Welcome to Need That Podcast. I'm Kevin Q. I'm here with Zach Brown and Brian Tran. And let's get straight into it. Zach, what you got? You got something?
What do you guys think about the zoo?
The zoo?
The zoo.
Honestly, I haven't been there since I was a kid. That was always the one time a year field trip. That was the last time I went to the zoo, honestly. And the freaking half the animals were never out. They had no animals.
Be hot in the summertime, yo.
Man,
I obviously don't have a good recollection of these field trips.
I remember going once. I just remember that at our school, at our zoo, our school was a zoo.
I mean, yeah.
But I just remember the escalators, going up and down the escalators.
And John's are steep
for no reason. You can have a little bit more slope on that motherfucker. But why you bring up zoo? Wait, hold on, Zach, Brian. What do you think about the zoo?
That's not a place I really want to go to. You know, it's not something I'm like waking up and be like, "Yo, I want to go to the zoo, dude." Like, it's not.
It's a good date.
I can just Google the animals. It just shit. You feel me? Like, I don't really need to go to the zoo to see a penguin.
It's a good date recommendation, right?
I don't know, because it smells like dog shit in there too, dude. Like the zoo does not smell good.
There's animals there, nature. You know, it is funny that you said that, Kev. I did go on a date to the zoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Recently?
On Sunday.
Oh, word! How'd that go?
It was. I mean,
were the animals out?
Most of them, kinda, sorta.
I thought the zoo isn't even open during the winter.
They're open.
They're open.
They're open.
Did you go to the? I know there's that aquarium part.
That's the only part that I really enjoyed.
Honestly, that was always the best.
The only part where the animals don't look terribly sad.
They just don't know any better.
I mean, I think it's just hard for fish to look sad. I mean,
there's some sad looking fish, man.
Yeah, but if the fish looks you know what I mean, there's a difference between that fish is just born looking sad. You know what I mean? Like, he's just gonna look sad his whole life. Like,
sad ass fish.
The animals you can actually, you know what I mean? Like, oh damn, that's a little sad.
The fish just went through a divorce recently. Shit.
Yeah, but he's taking it well, you know.
Well, how'd your date go?
It was all right. It was average.
Was this the same girl you were talking about last week?
Probably not.
Probably not. The one you barely be texting?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Is it getting serious, or what's going on there?
No, that's not. No, not at all. I'm not good at communication, so you know.
Didn't you say you were better in person? Isn't that was your whole? You went on this whole
stint.
I
mean, I meant just outside of that. Still,
that makes sense.
Because I have my own shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
how was the actual zoo other than the aquarium?
I mean, it was sad.
Really?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I was just like, damn, these animals really just don't look at home. You know. But it's fucking
because they're not at home.
I know, yeah, and it's sad. They don't like the tigers. They don't have too much space to work with at all.
We don't have that many tigers in our zoo, do we? Do we only have two?
There was two. I saw two of them.
I'm pretty sure I've only seen one out at one time, but I knew there was two.
When we were leaving, they were both out when we first showed up. There was only one tiger out.
Are zoos humane?
What'd you say?
Are zoos humane? Because
I don't think so.
Not enough room, bro. We're not talking about dogs and small house cats, you know. It's just not enough room to maneuver.
Yeah, Zach's saying they look sad. It's because, dude, you strip these animals of their natural birthrights of being animals of conquest, seeing new things and really just doing what they were programmed to do. This shit, you know what I mean? You're keeping these animals captive. First things first, bro. They have a group of mates they can select, and that's it. They can't go out there, go to a different part of the forest or the jungle, and you know what I mean, see if there's some new mates. You know what I mean by that? They just you're just stripping them of every freedom possible, and for people to look at them, so they're just there chilling and shit. Yeah, they got food. Yeah, they get maintained by other zookeepers, but that's their life right there. They're not actually doing what they're programmed to do.
Couldn't you say that it's the same thing about humans?
No, because our brains are just more advanced. You know what I mean? We can find delight and pleasure in easier ways than animals can.
Well, who's to say they can't find delight and pleasure in, where they are? You know what I mean?
Because their brains can't.
How do you know that?
Articulate thoughts.
You talking to Tiger? You're the Tiger King.
I guess I don't know that 100%, but I can take a guess that a tiger would much rather be in the jungle and shit, literally tearing prey down, than to just sit there for.
No, yeah, no cap. Pretty. When we're leaving, I'm pretty sure the only reason the one tiger was on was eyeing up this kid for sure. Like through the back gate, I was like, "There's a lot of kids over there," and this fucking tiger's just. I can't wait to eat one of you little motherfuckers.
Man, if this fence was a little bit shorter,
dude, like all in all, the zoo was cool.
Zoo's cool. Fun date. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. I enjoy, we got ice cream at the zoo.
That didn't sound too genuine, man. I'm not even going
dude, I don't have a lot of range with my voice normally, and right now I can't do anything with it. It's stuck right here.
That's maximum capacity. Dude, I remember in school, there's this kid. I swear to God, his name was Maximum Capacity. I swear to God,
bro.
We did roll call that first day, and I never saw him again.
He didn't go to school the maximum capacity. But that's crazy. Like, were you hearing it wrong? Like,
I couldn't. I tried to wait for the next day and see maybe if they do it again. He was never there again. I swear to God, his name was Maximum Capacity though.
Dude, like.
Straight out of a fucking video game.
Yeah, it's like some...
He's trying to min-max his life.
Yeah, that's... I can't even imagine going through life with a name like that. Maximum Capacity.
That is kind of hard to imagine if, like, you're in bed and shit. Your woman is screaming out, maximum! And you're like, oh my God, I'm about to go into overdrive. This is truly my maximum capacity.
I think I like the zoo just because... I was telling Brian about this earlier. I would say I'm not even like that much of a participator in life. I'm more of an observer. Like I would observe things more than anything.
I just didn't expect them all to look so sad.
They physically look sad?
Yeah, no, the morale was bad at the zoo.
Man.
For the animals.
Man, but the commercials be busting.
The what?
The commercials be busting.
Yeah.
Commercials for the zoo?
Yeah.
I feel like during the summertime, they make it look. But that was another thing that, like, part of it wasn't open, because it's too cold. But fucking, but you know who look happy as shit, The fucking sea lions, bro. Bro, they got this big ass fucking sea lion, bro.
Really?
Dude, yeah. And the motherfucker was swimming, bro. Like.
He's having a time of his life. He said, man,
he was actually smiling. like actually.
So usually I'd be posted up in fear for my life. Now I'm just chilling, posted up here. And they just bring me the food. Fuck it.
The sea lions, that's the one exhibit that really made, like, outside of the aquarium. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty dope.
I always liked looking at the penguins.
The penguins, it was too cold for them. I'm joking.
These weak ass penguins.
I don't know. They weren't out though. They weren't out.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, let them out. Let them loose. You ever see the penguins of Madagascar? Let them loose.
Exactly. Yeah. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
I guess it depends on like whether or not the animal itself in question that would like to be domesticated or not. With dogs and cats, I mean, like, they were bred to be domesticated, basically be like human companions or companions for humans. Sorry, but cats, they were literally just like, yo, wait, you guys just throw away your food that you don't eat? Yo, let us get on that. I mean, we can hunt rats, and humans were like, dope. So cats domesticated themselves in that way, and they're fine with that. But you know what I mean? You try to domesticate a tiger, and they're like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like,
it's just not in their DNA. And I feel like there's a thing about just having animals that are like bigger than you, that just doesn't go well naturally. You know what I mean? Not too often you have someone who has an animal that's bigger than them, you know, things don't go terribly awry.
What is up with these white people with pets that should not be pets?
Dude, because it's cool to have until it's not, until something terrible happens. Like, or until it's too big to have. Like, when people get fucking, like, baby crocodiles and shit, and then they release them into the wild, and then you have fucking, you know, a goddamn alligator eating someone's dog in fucking New York City. Like,
because I remember on Instagram that there would be, like, these videos with people with, like, these big ass, I think bobcats. I don't know what kind of animal this is.
Yeah, a feline of some sort that's not a regular house cat.
Anytime, like, if you made a quick movement and you got near it, it would just hiss. I'm like, yeah, that thing does not like you. Get that thing out of your fucking house right now, because it's oh my god, it's a matter of time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Until it's too late. Like the one lady fucking she had like a pet chimp or something like that. Oh. And it fucking ripped her best friend's face off.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
dude, monkeys are so strong. Like they don't look strong, but they're strong as.
Those are animals in general. They got that just fucking I'm out here every day strength. Like I don't have a fucking choice but to be on my feet all day. Like
yeah, all fun and games until your exotic animal lays a fucking turd the size of your head in your living room.
Yeah, like people with fucking like ostriches and shit. What do you? Why? Like, if you're like selling them, I guess that's different. But like, who the fuck is buying ostriches? Like,
yeah, I can't comprehend that thought process, bro.
Is there an ostrich black market?
Dude, there's a regular ostrich market. Oh, shit. It is very. You could just like buy an ostrich, bro. You might have to have like a fucking. I know in some places you have to have like a license, but. Like an exotic animal license.
An exotic animal license?
I don't know. I might be making that up. I might be making that up. I don't know. But like, there's definitely ways because people fucking dude. How do you have a black market for ostriches? Where you like someone's gonna know that you have fucking ostriches? Like they're not the easiest thing to hide.
You're just going to a bunch of ostrich nests trying to heist all their ostrich eggs, sell them on the ostrich black market.
Ostrich eggs are massive.
I saw a video where like they cooked an ostrich egg.
Did it look good?
It looked like just an egg but bigger. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just a giant egg. Like imagine your regular size egg, but just like way, way, way bigger.
I mean, there's got to be a line to like how much is too exotic. Like, you know what I mean? Like having a pet otter. It's not that bad.
That might just be.
You just need to build a little pool and shit.
Okay, sick. I'm not fucking just making shit. Yeah, there is an exotic animal permit.
Okay. I mean, otters are adorable though.
Yeah, like that's not exactly too exotic, but like you bring like a fucking, I don't know, like a lion, that might be a little bit too.
There's definitely like levels. I feel like
I'm superior than a lion. No, we're not doing this again.
You know who look real sad animal-wise? The cheetahs.
Yeah, because they're the fastest freaking animal alive.
Yeah, and they had not that much room to...
They're literally born to run and hunt and chase shit down and kill it.
Yeah, they're like the GT version of cats. They're meant to explore. They're not meant to like be confined to this space.
Yeah.
They'll run back and forth until they realize, shit, this is all there is to life? Damn.
Have you just seen like a slow motion of a cheetah running?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They use their tail as like a rudder.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And they don't, like when they're not chasing shit down, they're usually pretty, you know, like they don't do, like, they don't be running around all the time.
They'll just be chilling in a tree or something.
But when they run, bro, they be running, bro. I feel like I'm going to say this without looking it up first. I'm pretty sure the top speed for a cheetah is like 70 miles per hour. I could be really, 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 really wrong with that.
That sounds about right. Honestly, I thought it was more. I thought it was like 92. I could be making that up too. But 70 sounds right. It sounds like a sweet spot.
Yeah, 50 to 80 miles per hour.
My Lord.
Like, that's crazy.
Imagine on the highway, you just look over.
No, yeah, exactly. Like,
just need to dust your fucking Toyota. You're like, God damn it, I have to stay on this eco mode for the fucking gas.
Yeah, this motherfucker just running on the shoulder in traffic, like.
Fucking just swerve real quick.
Fuck that.
That cheetah speeding. That cheetah speed.
Dude, animals are fast, bro. What do you think hippo top speed is?
I want to say... I'm going to say 28.
Nah, if he's asking this question, it's gotta be like above 50 or some shit.
No way.
Don't get crazy with it.
No way. I'm going to say a little bit faster than Usain Bolt.
35?
19 miles per hour.
Oh,
but
damn.
like, bro, but like, we're talking about a fucking hippo here. Like, what's the fucking average size for a goddamn hippo? I mean,
I know their like bite pressure is like super crazy. You know what I mean? The PSI for like their bite. I know that it's absolutely mind-boggling that you honestly most people probably can't even comprehend.
Okay, yeah. So they, top speed 19 miles per hour, but they get between 10.8 and 16.5 feet long, and fucking males weigh 3,500 pounds, females weigh 3,000.
3,000?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Go 19
Christ.
miles per hour, and they don't got like the biggest legs,
They definitely can't.
And
be
they can
stopping
move
that fast.
faster in the water. I feel like
They definitely can't be stopping that fast. They're not stopping anytime soon.
well, they're stubby. Like they're stubby. They got a little.
They're top heavy.
Yeah, they're just heavy.
They're heavy all around. You know how like in movies they'd be like tipping over cows and stuff. Yeah, that can't be easy to tip over a cow,
no,
right?
It has to be terribly dangerous. Imagine you fucking try to tabletop a cow and it lands on you.
Oh man,
you're just gonna be stuck.
And if you're trying to knock over a cow, it's probably gonna like think, "Oh, this motherfucker's fucking with me." Boom, one kick to the chest, you're dead.
Or just shits on you.
That's really.
Do cows kick?
I think they do. They have
bulls,
legs, right?
They're usually passive, right?
Aren't bulls cows?
Male cows, yeah.
Yeah, male cows.
Yeah. I mean, I'd imagine, they definitely can throw it back. Probably.
You imagine just being that cow and you're just chilling eating grass, and then these fucking teenagers come and they push you over, and you're just like,
that's
what the fuck? Like,
cows are super fucking heavy. Like, you got to put in a lot of work. Like, it's not easy.
It's got to be a group effort.
Yeah.
You need a couple. You need a couple motherfuckers. You're gonna need a couple motherfuckers.
Yeah, you and your friends. You know what I mean? Like, you and one other friend, I feel like.
At least.
Wouldn't be able to. I don't think two people can tip a cow.
I mean, two big people.
Two big people, yeah, but.
It's like a massive waste of time, dude. You're gonna go in this field, this shit-ridden field, to like tip over a cow.
You got to think about who's doing this, though. They're probably the people in the middle of nowhere, nothing better to do. Probably drinking, whatever, Probably nothing to do other than tip over a cow for entertainment.
I mean, it does sound like a fun.
I mean, on a drunken night.
I'd like to see it. Like, I'd feel bad for the cow, but like, get up eventually, right? Something will get you up. I don't fucking know, but I feel like it'd be a funny thing to watch happen. I don't need to partake in it, but like watching it from afar.
Have you ever seen a cow stand up?
Can they? I'm thinking about the anatomy of a cow. I'm like, can they do that easily?
That's what I'm saying. I've seen cows lay down.
Something will get it up. The farmer, in some fashion. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like kind of bad design by God to just give an animal no fucking way to like stand up for itself. Literally.
Enough about these animals. Did you guys see that Jake Paul and Logan? Oh, Jake Paul. The Jake Paul and Tommy Fury fight?
No, did that happen?
That happened on Sunday.
Oh shit! Sunday. What happened?
Jake Paul lost. He took his first L. Yeah. Zach, did you see this?
Oh, that was when the game was going on, but I sort of kind of watched the walkouts, and then would dip out. But I did see the ESPN notification saying that Tommy Fury won.
I don't even know what time the fight actually was. Because I think I got home from work, but took like an hour to chill out, and I was editing a little bit, and then by the time I got done editing, it was over. I'm like, he lost? What just happened? I didn't even know it was happening that early. I didn't even know what time. Yeah. Honestly, I don't be paying attention to his fights.
Me either.
Like, I watch the highlights after or see the results after, but like, I'm not gonna watch. I really don't care enough to watch that shit.
So did he win by like TKO, KO?
No, split decision.
Split decision.
They only did 8 rounds.
He didn't actually get knocked the fuck out, right?
No.
So I feel like the only reason why people are even like kind of eyeing him in the first place, because he was knocking out people, right? But then you got to understand the context behind who exactly was he knocking out. He wasn't knocking out an actual professional boxer. He was knocking out people that were just like, he handpicked. He's like, yo, you look adequate enough. You want to fucking throw dukes and shit. And it's like a basketball player, dude. Like he's not.
Well, to be fair, he was fighting also former MMA fighters. Obviously, they're not in their prime, but these are still great fighters. Like,
hey, he fought fucking what's his name,
Anderson Silva.
Didn't he fight fucking
Ben Askren?
Nate Robinson?
Yeah,
I mean.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah, he fought Nate Robinson.
I just need to put that out there that Nate Robinson does not fall into that category of great fighters.
Yeah, we were not. Hey.
Yeah, I know. I know. I just needed to.
I don't think
people are saying they revoke his black card. Like, bro, he's not even a fucking boxer. Like, Jake Paul's roided up.
I don't know.
No, he does have actual boxing skill, though. I'm not a fan of his at all, but he does have actual boxing skill.
Wait, he's been doing it for 3-4 years now? Something like that. It's not completely terrible. But the thing is, when you're going against someone who's been fighting, he's in a fighting family, and he's been doing this his whole life. His brother's arguably the best heavyweight in the world ever of all time. That's a lot to try to fight into or go up against. You're literally up against the world at that point. I mean, this dude's been training his whole life.
Yeah, it was his first real challenge. Fucking fighting a real boxer was the first time he did.
They know intricacies that Jake will have to take years to learn because he's starting from a later point in his life. He's starting at a point where his brain's already probably developed enough and he can't utilize that extra space in it anymore.
Jake is just. I don't know how I feel about Jake, especially going into this fight because Tommy Fury was. I guess a lot of people saw him as ducking because they had to cancel the fight.
They were moving for a while, fucking
because it was scheduled before, and then they rescheduled it or whatever. They had to remove it. They had to move it because he couldn't get into the U.S. to fight. So there's a lot of stuff about that. He really couldn't even talk about it too. Why he couldn't get into the U.S. But it's a lot. It was But it makes sense now, looking back at it, because now that we know what actually happened, which was he was they were looking into him on some mob shit. So it makes sense why he wasn't talking too much about it and why he didn't fight. But again, this is going into the fight. This is probably one of the first times where Tommy Fury, I just lost his name for a second, because Tommy Fury I guess kind of backed out because of that. This is the first time Jake Paul wasn't the underdog. Everyone didn't want him to win because people were looking at Tommy oh, he's a pussy, he's this, he's that. Then they wanted Jake to win. And as soon as that happens, boom, he loses.
Yeah, but I don't know. You say he wanted to win fighting. When he walked out, there was a lot of boos. A lot of boos. And more boos than Tommy got, and more boos than he was getting non-boos.
Well,
I don't I feel like most people that is that's the spectacle you want to see though is fucking Jake Paul get fucked up.
A lot of respect to both of them though. I mean, honestly, anyone that fights, any combat fighter, that shit is crazy. That shit is, you're putting your shit online, but fuck Jake Paul, man. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it better, really. Respect to him, but fuck him.
Well, he has all these resources available to actually accelerate his progress as a boxer. He has tons of money. He can hire the best in the line to coach him. he can get the best drugs because he's fucking juiced up. He is. Like, if Canelo is juiced up, that Jake Paul's juiced up. No, there's no fucking denying it. The dude got ripped in like a year and a half. He got super fucking ripped. And that just doesn't happen. Not realistically.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they can only compensate for so much, but like I was saying earlier, you really need to learn it from a young age, or at the very least be so fucking dedicated that your mind is like literally rewiring itself to like just be boxing. No matter how hard, I won't deny Jake's ability to progress further, but I will say that he just has a lot to learn. And he hasn't actually been fighting real ass boxers. He might have in sparring, but sparring is different than like actually being in front of millions of people that are watching.
But he's always been an entertainer, since a kid. So I don't think that fighting in front of or putting on the show, performing in front of the people or the eyes, I don't think that's an issue for him at all. Because he's didn't he, what was it, him or Logan that wrestled? I think they both wrestled.
I think they both did. I think Logan
was like the All-American.
Yeah.
Okay, but like they competed. They know what that is, what that feels like. So, and they know how to tune that out. But he's done it enough at the level of this fight, enough to like be able to tune it out, and he's had enough training I would say at this point to be able to tune that out, that aspect out of it. So I don't think that really is a factor into it. I would say just not having that experience.
No, yeah, he's just not better than Tommy Fury.
I mean, Tommy Fury, the way he was moving it, like, come on.
Yeah, no, yeah, you say experience. I mean, yeah, just one is just clearly better than the other. You know what I mean? And Jake Paul isn't this fucking miracle kid or whatever in the fucking ring. He fights.
You can't
actual talent.
You can't compare, a few years of experience to a whole life worth of fighting. At the end of the day,
especially when you're, growing up around and everything. You know what I mean? Fucking, and your brother is who your brother is.
Your whole family is. Yeah. Your family is going around fighting.
I will say, even if like the audience doesn't count as a factor, like low stakes versus high stakes definitely does count. Like when you're sparring with people, it's low stakes because you're learning and shit. You understand you can mess up a lot.
Well, yeah, but you're not going as hard as you would, in the real thing, because you're just trying to learn new shit, do new shit. I mean, and get your practice in. And also, that's just not a healthy way to train. But yeah, definitely a big difference between sparring and the actual moment. Sparring is just glorified practice.
I also don't like at the end of the fight where Jake said, I
didn't see anything.
Okay, well, like the post-fight interview, he did give flowers to Tommy a little bit, but he was like, "Oh, in my camp, I got sick twice. I hurt my arm. Like, man, just take your L.
Yeah,
just take your L because every time you won, you talk that shit. Every time.
Yeah, like, you might as well just fucking
take your L.
Feels like he has to keep up the bravado, facade, and shit. I'm like, bro, not gonna get you anywhere.
All right, I'm tired of talking about this. Honestly, all right. Next topic. I'm so tired.
I feel like it's obligatory, you know what I mean? But at the same time, fuck Jake Paul.
Yeah. So, with the recent news that the Nets are shutting down Ben Simmons for the remainder of the season, can we officially cement the fact that Ben Simmons is a draft flop?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's one of the worst players historically. I feel like he's historically bad.
Historically bad?
I mean, there's been times where you see glimpses of like, oh, it's promising. It's promising, especially when he first like got into the league. It was like, oh,
and then it was just
it didn't get better.
Regression.
Yeah, when he got drafted, I think for the 76ers, like they were touting him as like prime,
dude, like
primo fucking pick for being like center or like
no, he's fucking a point guard or something.
Point guard, yeah, because he's a fucking tall ass point guard.
Yeah, bro.
So he can drive into the paint and shit, and all the perimeter is just 3-point shooters, right? So like it would create a pretty nasty combo. But the thing is, he's afraid to shoot. I can't really ever criticize the pro athlete that are in the NBA because it takes a lot to get into the NBA in the first place, probably years and years and years of practice I could not fathom. But I just have to wonder, how exactly did that go downhill?
Well, the thing is, I mean, obviously it takes a lot to get in the NBA. Endless hours of freaking working. And honestly, he probably formed his play style against driving and like, you know, getting a 2 or something like that and not shooting 3. But if you're making millions upon millions and they're calling on you to shoot a 3, you better get fucking good at shooting 3s. Off season, you better be every day fucking shooting 3s.
At least good enough to be confident to take a 3.
Like what? I mean? And it's not even like this is a one-time thing or like a 1-year thing. It's multiple years that you haven't taken the time to practice this or develop a shot or hire someone to be like, hey, whoever fucking get with the guy that met up with Lonzo.
Dude, but it could be a fucking like a stage fright thing, you know, where he's just fucking shook to shoot in front of the crowd. You know what I mean? Because, bro, you know what I mean? Fucking fire-ass Ben Simmons memes are out there.
Oh, my.
Like, I couldn't imagine being the butt of that joke.
No, that just sucks because you know his skill set is not necessarily towards three-point shooting, but he can pass and shit. And he does what a point guard is supposed to do, except for the three-point, which is now a mandatory thing.
Yeah, but he doesn't do what a basketball player is supposed to do, and that's fucking play the game, because it's been like 2 years since he's actually been on the court.
I mean, he has to get with a coach. He has to get with a shooting coach. He has to get someone like I said.
He definitely has a coach. He needs
to fire him.
A sports psychologist. Like,
fire all of them. Get them all out of there. And just get whoever fixed Lonzo's shot.
If he is the issue, though,
fire himself.
Exactly.
Get him. Cut him.
I feel like that's what he's doing at this point. That's
send him to the G League. Like if you don't want to do this, you're in the opportunity. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, of multiple lifetimes. Fuck, how many people are in this league, and you're not even going to be willing to? That's the thing. I don't even know if he's actually doing this. If he's practicing and he just can't do it. You're the top athlete. You're one of the top athletes in the world, in the NBA, and if you can't do this, you're not in. You shouldn't be in the NBA.
It's not like he fucking has to make. He's already gotten paid.
That's true.
He's made his money at this point, so it's just fucking. That's what I just think is interesting about him, though. Because I feel like it's way more mental than like he's just not allowing himself to do it. That's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? Fucking basketball fans are.
Oh yeah, relentless.
Yeah,
you need that ego. Because you're in a position to be.
That's what got you there in the first place, and then you ultimately lose that drive, that fire. You know what I mean? And then
when you're worth millions upon millions of dollars, like shit, do I really got to be doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
Could I be doing something else?
Your love of the game is then tested, and people are gonna judge you for that. As much as I like to say to like NBA fans, they're like saying, "Yo, they need to do this and that and that and that to be," to really see some progress. I'm like, bro, you go out there and you do it. You go out there, you live your life as a basketball or NBA basketball player. It's not fucking easy, dude. These dudes literally live and breathe basketball. Their diet is centered around them developing into a optimal basketball player. Do all that. Despite all that, though, I will say that, like, shit, your love of the game is going to be judged by people when that's fair. If you're watching NBA and shit, you see somebody's clearly just not meant to be there. They just don't love the game. You're like, at that point, I respect that you're trying to get the check, but we're also trying to see like the best basketball. We're not seeing that with Ben.
We have
Ben
a team
Simmons.
to try to win the championship. We want to be the best team. Can't be the best team if you're not going to be the best player you can be. And like when there's a player that doesn't have any drive, you know what I mean? Fucking, you can see that on the court when every other player has that drive, stands out a little bit.
Like the Memphis Grizzlies may be the most hated team in the league. I love them personally.
Ja Morant is that.
You can't deny he's got that dog in him. He's setting records and shit that are only being met by like players like Dame Lillard, Michael Jordan.
Bro,
he's up there.
Speaking of Dame, you see he dropped 71 the other night?
I did see that.
Fucking crazy.
Not see
he had 44 in the first half.
Shit.
He dropped
Dame is
71.
a dog, dude. Imagine just
Imagine if he had a team. Imagine if he went to another team.
Leave Portland, Dame.
I think that's what drives it.
Dude, but the time's up there.
No, fuck all that, man. Like,
fuck all that.
That's his ego is literally designed to be like, I don't give a fuck if Portland never wins a ring. You know, I'm balling out. Like, nobody can deny Dame's. No, but
he wants. He just loves Portland.
Yeah,
I've never heard anyone say that ever.
Dude, well, he doesn't even have to say
Portlandians.
He shows it. He plays his fucking heart out for them.
He's got that dog in him, dude. They need this. Portland needs to be like, okay, what can we like? What kind of money can we scratch?
Dude, they're fucked, bro. Like, if he didn't do it with LaMarcus Aldridge there, bro, they're on. When they had an actual team there and they were getting bounced out of the playoffs in the first round every year, fucking bro, they're not getting it now.
Somebody on there, like in their front desk, needs to be like, yo, we just need to get some money and get him some help. Like, I've heard rumors that, like, or not rumors, but I saw this post about Jimmy Butler, how he's like tired of losing and shit. I'm like, yo, you're on the Miami Heat. If you couldn't make it in the playoffs, like, yeah, Jimmy Butler should go to Portland, bro. He should link up with Dame time and see what happens. Like,
I still think they have something good going there. I think they still have something built because it wasn't too long ago they were in the finals, and he was balling out. He put everything into that finals. No, literally every last drop of what he had, and it just wasn't enough.
He shouldn't have to like grind that hard. I think just need somebody else that has that dog in them too. I don't think Jimmy Butler has a teammate or had a teammate that had that dog in them. Like, he was on the Timberwolves, and as much as like I would like to say Timberwolves was a solid unit at that time,
Cat was soft.
I think like Cat was
soft.
Cat doesn't have that dog in him. Like, Cat is a phenomenal 3-point shooter for his height and his position, but yeah, the dude lost a lead to the Memphis Grizzlies in the playoffs, and then he was like, yeah, I need to decompress. I'm like, bro, no, you need to like figure out what the fuck went wrong for you to get a 40-50 point comeback handed to you. Like,
Dude.
I don't know. There's something about Jimmy Butler though, because as soon as he got to that team, he made everyone better. Obviously, he busts his ass. He works his ass off, and everyone's seeing him work that hard. That made everyone work harder, just be better. Yeah, I feel like that's why he should stay there and just see how that goes. Keep building on that.
I think I would like to see the Jimmy Butler to Portland.
Oh man!
Because if what you say is true, then he will light Portland's ass on fire.
I just don't like Portland. I've never been to Portland, but man,
I've never been to Portland either. But I don't hear anything good about Portland.
Stop! Don't try to take Jimmy to Portland. Just get Dame out of there. We need to rescue Dame. Save Dame.
They got him fucking held hostage there.
They got to.
Dude, he's fucking.
Can you knock him though? I mean, like, it's the same thing with Kobe, dude. Kobe stuck with the Lakers. And yeah,
there's something about that team that wants you. You know what I mean? When they got you, you know what I mean? You put all this work in for the city. Don't want to do it somewhere else. I get it.
About that legacy at that point, dude. Dame's kids and shit are going to be well regarded.
Dude, yeah, he might be the best player to ever play there.
Yeah, well, we're not going to compare, Kobe and Dame because
no. I mean, like in Portland, like for the Trailblazers, like he might be the best player to ever play for them. You know what I mean?
Oh, and like the sense of like impact in that for that city.
Yeah, like historically.
Okay,
you know
for the franchise, because I don't think like diehard fans of any team likes when like a star player they've been like looking up to for so long that they told their kids about. Hey, this is the guy who's going to win us a ring and shit. Just have him hop player. Different teams. Like, that's a whole controversy surrounding LeBron, even Cavaliers, and LeBron was like, "All right, you guys want a ring? Fine." Like,
yeah, but at the same time, Braun took them to fucking how many finals by himself, and I mean, just never had any help to actually win,
and not even just to the finals. The finals against the Warriors.
Like young Braun. The first time he was there.
Okay.
He had no help. Like it was just him. He was doing it all.
LeBron recognized his assets. He was like, "Nah, I'm not about this or stand up for this shit. I'm going somewhere else." And you see what this man's work ethic is like. You see, like, he spends millions of dollars on his body. He goes through like cryotherapy and shit.
Not doing too much good right now. He's out for weeks with a foot injury.
Oh, well, he's getting to that age. I'm not gonna lie. Like, gonna stay invulnerable from injuries for the rest for the rest of his life.
He's a frail old man.
I'm not going to say he's frail or old. I'm just going to say
I'm saying he's frail and old.
I'm going to say it probably would catch up to him at some point.
Oh, fuck yeah. And I guess we'll see what AD is going to do without Braun, but
LeBron passed him the torch, man. It was it's your turn. And AD was like, huh? Fine.
Dude, AD, bro. You want to talk about old and frail? Fucking AD.
He's just young and frail. He's just young and frail.
He left the Pelicans and was just glass after that.
The Pelicans,
like the dude from SpongeBob.
I first failed to recognize why the Pelicans separated from AD, and then I see why, to be honest. And now the Pelicans are doing great. They have Zion Williamson.
He's always right there, too. He's just too goddamn big for his own body. He's too athletic for how big he is. And it just puts such a toll. He needs to lose weight.
Because, you know how, the Pelicans, they always come out and say, oh, we're not concerned about Zion's weight at all. I'm at all?
Yeah.
Not even a little bit?
Yeah.
There's not even a shred of...
gravity hates this man.
I was like, there's no concern to this man's weight because, the man blew out of his shoes.
Yeah, I blame the shoes, though.
Yeah, but,
I really do blame the shoes.
How often does that shit happen? You know?
That's what I mean, bro. He's too strong. He's too athletic for his own body. He's literally tearing himself apart.
Who's that point guard? I think it's Jose. I don't know. But the one that he's always be...
I'm picturing...
You know what I'm talking about, too.
Generic Jose. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
I'm here to play basketball. But
si, senor.
But when the other teams inbound, you come in and steal that shit.
Sneaky ass motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know his name.
No, that's hard. If you're doing that, first off, I'm pissed. If that ever happened to me, I'd be so pissed seeing that fucking inbound. Were there any crazy NBA trades? Oh, KD moved to the Suns.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's scary, honestly. The
Jose
Suns
Alvarado
might be contenders now because of that.
I knew it was Jose.
I think
something.
the Suns will take a ring.
Dude, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I swear that was.
It's just Katie to the fucking Warriors all over again, right?
That's unfair. Chris Paul was geeking. He was like,
dude, the point guard.
Yeah,
the fucking point guard.
My boy KD.
Shit, I don't got to score. I barely got to score. I just dimes all day,
bro. That's disgusting.
Fuck,
he's gonna average 8, 20, and friggin' 3,
bro.
Easily contender status now. I don't think.
They already were. You know what I mean?
But now they're super contender status.
Now it's disappointing if they don't. Kyrie to the Mavs.
Kyrie to the Mavs is debatable because the Mavs still have fundamental issues behind their team. And
but it still makes them better.
Oh, without a doubt.
I'm not exactly sure how it'll go.
But the defense is still an issue.
Yeah.
I feel like if the Suns don't get to the finals or make it to the finals with KD,
it's a disappointment.
KD with the Nets, with Kyrie, with Harden.
KD was a cunt hair away from making it to the finals last year. If his foot's behind that line,
that's true.
I mean,
that's true. When you have that much talent and you're the best, arguably the best player in the league, you got to make that happen. You got to make that. You shouldn't even be in that position.
Oh yeah, it's pretty. The Nets as a whole, with Kyrie and KD and Ben Simmons, very disappointing. I couldn't imagine being a Nets fan just waking up. You imagine just getting home from work and you just sleep through the night. You wake up and your whole team's fucking blown to shit.
One day Kyrie's gone. Oh shit! Wait, we got Ben Simmons. Fuck. Oh, wait, now we got Kyrie's gone? Oh, shit. Now KD's gone?
Yeah,
fuck.
Literally, yeah.
No, the Nets,
fell swoop.
The Nets weren't just trading them. They were trying to, cut off losses. They have other assets.
No,
For
yeah,
instance,
but it's...
that Japanese player that's, touted as the best three-point shooter in the league right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't deny that. They can build something. They might take a couple years. They might be fuck, I guess we can't get a ring now. A couple years, but...
Well, they broke the bank to get a ring, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, because they were trying to emulate the Golden State Warriors and shit. They were like, oh, all we need is just 3.
The big 3.
Yeah, all we need is a big 3 bet. But no, the Golden State Warriors, they built their players from the ground up. Even Steph Curry, they built from the ground up. And now they just have an unparalleled system for developing players. So they were like, okay, we can't keep Steph Curry forever because we know he's going to. So we're just going to try to figure out what made Steph Curry so great. What did we do that made him so great? And they're trying to emulate that, trying to project that onto players like Jordan Poole, Kuminga.
There's
and you can see their
beast
already. Yeah. Like, I'm astonished, dude. You can't even hate on the Warriors. If you're a real fan of basketball, a real fan of the NBA, you can't hate on the Warriors at all, in my opinion. You can certainly have your favorite team, but you got to respect where the Warriors came from.
This was years of chemistry. I mean, for a long time, they kept, their key players.
Yeah, and literally changing the NBA. I mean, they were shooting the blood out that bitch so much that the whole entire NBA was like, we need to do something to defend it, because fucking they took it by storm. It was like
that 2015, 2016. Like, we didn't see, like, we weren't used to seeing that, just letting it rain like that.
Like Steph.
That shit was balling. It was straight balling. And
yeah,
it didn't even fucking matter that they had KD. Clay, I felt like they would have took the ring anyways.
Oh,
dude, I was watching that Clay game where he dropped like 60 or something, and he was just letting it, every fucking 3 was going in. It was money. Oh my god, the energy in that. Watching that,
Clay,
oh
bro.
Man,
bro, no, that
was amazing. When he set that record, the 3-point record. But that game was crazy. I mean, the energy in that room, just, oh my god.
That's the one thing about fucking, I don't remember what they call it there. Is it the Oracle?
Yeah.
Fucking, but no, that place gets crazy. Like when they're hot, when the Warriors are hot, there's no better place to be, I feel like.
All deserved.
It seems so fucking lit there.
So imagine the payoff that the Warrior fans must have had when they realized Steph Curry was going to be something special.
Oh yeah, be the best 3-point shooter in history.
Yeah, and
like
that growth and shit. That's
and then
why
the team they built around him. You know what I mean? Because it's not like it wasn't just Steph. You know what I mean? Like you got Clay, Draymond. Even back then was fucking one of the best. He's still one of the best defensive players out there. You know what I mean? But he was actually putting in on offense too, and they just they even had Livingston. Is that his name? I don't know. The fucking tall ass dude with the fro. He was like a big ass prospect, and he like blew out his knee. Something fierce. Yeah, Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston.
Yeah, he tore everything in his knee.
Oh shit. Yeah, when all that happened,
they thought they were gonna have to amputate his knee. Like they thought they were gonna have to amputate his leg.
What the fuck?
So bad. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it was really really bad.
That's crazy.
He fucking tore his ACL, PCL, and his MCL. And
amputate it?
They thought they were gonna have to.
Oh shit!
Like at one point, it says at one point that was the likely outcome. And then he comes back and he's a multi-ring, guy with the Warriors, just been on the bench grinding for him.
Man, those kind of stories, they definitely keep me living. You know what I mean? They definitely make me keep living because I couldn't imagine suffering like a life-altering injury like
when
that.
You're a professional athlete, you know what I mean? That's your whole entire life has been your body. And then that one point it kind of fails on you and yeah, when it looks that bad, it's hard to come back from that. Like
that's the kind of grit I need.
Man, it's fucking you wanted to talk about got that dog in them. You know what I mean? Like that's the epitome of that in a sense. I mean, like when people telling you no. Because, I mean, I'm sure if at one point they thought they were going to have to fucking amputate his leg, they didn't think he was going to fucking play basketball again. At least not at the NBA level.
Anything else happened in basketball that we want to go off of?
That's all I know so far.
No.
Have you seen about the Brett Favre?
Yeah, and Pat McAfee.
Yeah, suing Pat McAfee.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be pretty hard for it to go, Brett's way, but at the same time, it's not my call.
Well, we're not. Let's not get sued here, but I think it happened because I think a lot of people know the situation where Pat McAfee reported on the fact that the Brett Favre situation where he took a lot of the what was it?
He was stealing welfare money.
Yeah, selling welfare money, millions in welfare
to pay for a field or some shit, like
a volleyball facility,
yeah,
a women's volleyball facility for the college that his daughter goes to. Yeah. So it's a backwards Robin Hood. That's what he did.
Oh yeah, that's just.
Are these like football players?
Brett Favre.
Yeah,
he was a quarterback for Green Bay. Then he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. One up there.
Yeah,
he's the first one to do the retire, then unretire, then retire, then unretire.
So I don't know too much about football, but I can say what I heard. That's fucked up.
No, yeah,
I mean, yeah, okay. So that happened last year. Well, that got uncovered last year. I want to say where Pat McAfee reported on that, and it just came out not too long ago that Brett Favre is suing Pat McAfee for defamation.
Yeah,
which. I wouldn't even say that
you defamed your own character, Brett. You know, I think that's what I mean. Like, I didn't, hear all of Pat McAfee's reportings, but I highly doubt any of them were enough to be actually sued over, and not like he did anything. Like he's just reporting on something shitty that Brett Favre already did.
Yeah.
So really, like I said, he defamed his own fucking character. Now he's mad that someone just told about it.
Well, the thing about that is, I think Brett Favre is an asshole.
No, he's a piece of shit.
Allegedly. I'm not trying to get sued. So,
allegedly.
So, just how everything turned out with Aaron Rodgers in the Green Bay and that whole situation, then going to their rival. Like, that's asshole move. Yeah. I mean, he has a history of being an asshole. Allegedly.
Yeah. Telling fans that you're going to retire and then unretiring.
Stringing along the whole organization, actually.
Yeah.
And the owner of the team are the fans. So you're stringing along the fans even more. So just a lot of that perception of you is already out and cemented. It's forever going to be cemented in that. So now, years and years later, it's this whole situation where you're taking money from people that need it from
and
welfare.
It's not like it's a kind of shitty thing that he did. You know what I mean? Like, it's super fucking shitty.
And in Mississippi, the poorest, the level of poverty is the highest in all of the United States.
People actually need it.
Yes.
But Brett's like, hey, my daughter,
who's going to the school, that's already paid for. She wants to play volleyball. Is she playing volleyball? What if she's not even playing volleyball? And
she's just a reporter.
I think it's one of those situations where he's just suing just to drain the money.
Yeah. I can only go. It's not like Pat doesn't have money to play with. I mean, I know Brett Favre has a lot of welfare money that he has, but still.
I mean, he has a lot of endorsements. I mean, thing is, Pat McAfee recently just got the bag from FanDuel. He got the big bag, the big.
He got the Bud Light bag too.
100 millions. That's what I'm talking about. Not hundreds, 100 millions. So, but on the other hand, Brett Favre, he's had QB money and QB endorsements.
Had.
But up until that point, even up until the point where he got found out about that shit, he probably still had endorsements. He's still probably making a lot of money off that shit.
I wonder. Like, it is a lot of money. He definitely has a lot of money, but Pat McAfee has new money, which is most likely more money than Brett's old money. And plus, I don't know. I'm just trying to compute the shittiness through my soft brain.
In court, it's basically whoever has more money wins.
Yeah, and it's like, how long does Brett Favre really want to drag nothing out?
Exactly.
Just to be a nuisance, just to be petty. Because he was being a piece of shit.
I mean, if you're a piece of shit, if you're allegedly a piece of shit, I mean,
allegedly,
it's just a bad look on top of a already bad perception.
Yeah, exactly. And I wasn't surprised that he did it. You know,
if Pat McAfee wins this lawsuit, does Brett have to pay the damages, or
he could countersue?
Man, that's even more. It's like, do you want to dig further in this whole?
Listen, bro,
like, I'm not lawsuits, dude.
Yeah, I'm not big into the whole legal.
Yeah, he could countersue, but he's already paying for like lawyers. He's paying for like the court process to hopefully do it in his case. So he's already losing if he doesn't win.
He's already in there with FanDuel. You know, FanDuel, they definitely got lawyers. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, they're just like, hey, might be just on the house.
And honestly, yeah, it might be a bigger discount. It honestly might be a bigger, like, instead of going for a whole marketing team doing everything with FanDuel, just take a big chunk of it here and just put it into this dude. And that's gonna make us look good. That's their marketing. That's everything. And he's off. And everyone's happy. Fuck Brett Favre. Shit.
Yeah, that's another thing about Brett Favre. He doesn't have anyone on his side. You know, unless you're like really a piece of shit.
I mean, the volleyball team. You got the women's volleyball team on his side. They got a new court.
Probably, yeah.
Shit. I mean,
they'll probably lose every game next season. Every game they play in that facility.
It's probably a nice one though.
Yeah, it definitely has a nice kitchen.
Oh my god.
Well, no, yeah, that's the thing though. They're just they don't really care. Yeah, like they're not profiting from it. I mean, but they're gaining from it. But still, that doesn't do. They didn't steal the fucking money.
They profited.
Are they playing inside of dirty money? Yeah, but still, new facility.
We gotta talk about this because a lot of schools they be taking a lot of donations from a lot of random. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you're talking about big, not corporations, but just big things like schools and stuff. You know what I mean? Because you don't know. They could say it's going here. You don't know where the fuck that shit's going. And there's a lot of money going in and out there. So it should just seem shady all the time.
Are schools businesses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would they be non-profit?
No.
No.
For profit? No. For profit?
Yeah.
Or non-profit?
Yeah.
No. Not even public schools would be for non-profit.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine just like, any NCAA college that makes money from their sports programs.
Well, the only difference between really from a non-profit and for-profit is when for-profit is you don't have to use all your money of your earnings. That's one of the big things. Your earnings for that year, for non-profits, they have to spend it all. So,
yeah, no, definitely not.
A lot of these schools would be run down. They look good on paper, but they'd be run down.
Yeah.
Especially these damn dorms, bro. Upgrade the damn dorms. We got a new goddamn basketball court. We got a new volleyball court, but dorms were hanging on by a thread. I just saw a rat in the fucking ceiling, goddamn it. Chilling in the vents watching me.
Oh, yeah. But that's what I was literally about to say. Half the schools, they got nice-ass sports facilities and shit. But then the living quarters for the regular students is just, bad. And I've only seen, I haven't seen what you've seen. I feel like just because you went to a more populated school than I did.
I think we only had 7,000. Oh wait, you had a really small school.
Yeah, 7,000 with 600.
Jesus Christ! Oh yeah, I forgot you went to a really small school.
Yeah, so it's completely different, and even our dorms, definitely are not the fucking best.
But I do gotta say that, even if a school was on paper non-profit can actually be used in some sort of tax clause, can avoid taxes in some certain way.
Yeah, because
feel free to fact check me on this. By the way, my little tidbits of information in my brain, I think people get around paying taxes using non-profit organizations.
That's why I said you have to use all your money. You cannot have profit. So all the money that you made that year has to go somewhere. So you reallocate it to a different account where you have another company that's partnered with you. That's basically your company still, but you're just going to put it over there. Oh, you just spent $3 million on the freaking
a little donation over there.
Not even donations. Like it has. Oh, this is your company. It's no longer under the school. It's a company that you're partnered with, but the superintendent owns that company.
No
type shit. Like that's what's going to happen in every business, in all forms of business, and you'll see that. And a lot of these like CEOs and like founders of companies and owners of companies, you're going to see nepotism. You're going to see their son or their daughter owns this charity, owns this thing. I just donated a shit ton of money. I get to write that off of my taxes, and that's why there's connotation of with Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? Mm. That we talked about that connotation. Oh, rich people, they really don't care. They're not doing this for out of the kindness of their hearts. It's a lot of the same things that we see over and over again. So.
Oh yeah, just the rich getting richer. You know,
if you're in that position, you would do that too, right?
Most likely, it's the infinite money glitch, yo.
Like in GTA 5,
free V-Bucks. No, yeah, it's like rich people find shady ways to get richer.
It's not even shady. It's just. Our government
it's fucking shady.
Well, our government will put it in this freaking clause, this bill that's
yeah, but that clause is there. Animals. That clause is there because some shady cocksucker wrote it in there. Like, exactly. hey, fucking hint, wink, wink. You see that one right there? You know what I mean? Please read the highlighted section, sir.
And then they'll name the bill the freaking "Don't Abuse Animals" bill.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And then then there's this
money gets fucking under the table around a whole lot. You know what I mean? And it's all written there. You just got to read the shit, but it's just like the terms and conditions. We've probably sold our life away dozens of times. I'm not reading all that. I can read, but I'm not reading all that.
You just got to sprinkle it in somewhere. Honestly, yeah, because these corporations, no matter what, I just completely lost my train of thought. I had it. Oh, man.
But like, in a sense, it's like, you can call it shady or whatever, but at the same time, as far as a business aspect goes, the goal is to make money. And, they're definitely doing that.
And they're not really losing money. They're just reallocating the money. A lot of their expenses, I would say a majority of them aren't even real expenses. It's just money being reallocated into a different account.
No.
Your thoughts, Brian?
I agree. Capitalism is a dirty game. There's no way it's clean. We came from what was called laissez-faire capitalism, which is pretty much just like, it sucks that you're dying in the SEAL meals, but man, we're making bank.
Hands off. Government hands off, yeah.
A deja vu moment, but
I learned some things from school.
I don't know French. Fuck the French. But
omelette du fromage.
I would say we need a little bit of capitalism and a little bit of socialism, a fine balance to be a happy society. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In an ideal world, I don't think we live in an ideal world, though. I think, honestly, when it comes to that, let me use the NBA as an example. In the NBA, yeah, you'll have all these players are top level athletes, right? But you'll have cream of the crop players, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. You'll have those people that are just like their sole purpose of existence is to achieve everything possible within this environment to become the best. And you'll always have that as long as we live in a universe that you have to consume in order to grow. Undeniable law. With socialism, if you want socialism, if you want the benefits of that, you're going to have to give something else, unfortunately. And that usually is human rights. Your rights to what would otherwise be freedom.
Mm.
I don't think we can ever strike a perfect balance between the two. And thinking so is optimistic. I always like it when people are optimistic, but it's not practical.
Especially when growing up in this in America, it's that capitalistic mindset where greed is more than likely going to be rewarded. It might be shamed, it might be frowned upon, but businessmen, you're going to say, oh, that dude's a shark. You're not, oh, that's a shit person. He's really greedy. He's never that. He's a shark. He's a great businessman. It's praise.
But that's kind of, they're one and the same. You know what I mean? It's kind of paradoxical in a sense. Because on one side it is shitty, but at the same time, it's also someone being really good at something. And they're just kind of not taking advantage of that. I mean, they're just using their skills.
Yeah, you can't just...
Assuming that they, made that themselves. You know what I mean? I'm not saying someone was just given a business or whatever, that an already successful one, you know what I mean? One hard to fuck up. Someone that actually builds that, though, that actually is a good businessman, may fuck people over, but at the end of the day, that's business. And that's kind of what we're talking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
facts. And you can't just tell Jeff Bezos to stop being Jeff Bezos. Like, this man literally wakes up and just works all day. Like, he uses his brain in the most efficient manner to effectively grow his business to unfathomable realms that we...
Except that one time he went to space.
He was just hitching a ride, man. He was just having fun.
Who do you go to space with?
I'm not sure. I thought he's actually just gearing up to like have like not like space travel, but the idea of the airplanes is to like border the edge between the atmosphere and space, like enable fast travel. And I mean,
he's just got the money,
gonna do it. Like,
so he went to. I thought he was just doing it for fun, or like just.
I thought he went to space.
It was promo.
So wait, did he actually go to space or not? Though
I don't even.
Might have.
I don't even call it space, bro. He touched space. He touched the very tip of space. I don't want to
always touching space.
The goal isn't to touch space or to get people to just get that ordinary citizen into space. The goal is to like get to that like fine line where you can fast travel.
Yeah, he did go to space. Him and 3 crewmates went to space.
Who were the crewmates?
And back in under 15 minutes. It was his brother, Mark Bezos, an 18-year-old physics student, Oliver Damon, an 82-year-old pioneering female aviator, Wally Funk.
Wally Funk?
Wally Funk.
Huh? You showed me that name?
Wally, like, to the window, to the wall. Till the sweat inevitably drops down my balls. Wall.
But
but it's a Y because sometimes a vowel.
But I don't know why his brother was there. I don't know if his brother is like an expert or anything, but that if he was there, I mean that's a sign of, that's a little bit of nepotism right there, right? I mean he's not qualified at all.
I mean, is Jeff Bezos qualified? Literally, you don't have to have any qualifications to go to space. You can just do it on your own if you have the fucking capabilities.
Yeah.
Like if you had the space and the resources to build a fucking rocket ship to go to space in your backyard, you could.
It'd be so filthy rich. You wake up one day, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to space.
Go to space, honey. I'll be back later.
Wait, Elon's going to space and back? Fuck it. Do it. Just copy off what he had done.
His brother calls him on the phone. He's like, yo, bro, so I got some plans going on. How we can take this part of, or this branch of Amazon to the next level. And Jeff Bezos is like, yo, that's cool and all, but bro, you trying to go to space real quick? 15 minutes in and out. Real quick.
No, yeah, literally.
That's crazy.
And you can pitch the idea to me. And the pitch better be done before we fucking land. So I'm not hearing after that.
That is crazy. 15 minutes?
In under 15 minutes. So it's probably like 14:59, but still.
In the time we spent talking about Jeff Bezos, he's already
back.
Already back.
He could have put some fucking pizza rolls in the oven. And by the time he got back, he still would have been waiting for him.
Got 3 more minutes.
Exactly.
If I ever get the opportunity to go to space for 15 minutes, I swear I'm going to have this toaster oven at the launch site.
That's a crazy thing, though. So I just want to go up to space for a little bit. I don't want to be there too long. Just a little bit.
Have you ever seen those plans that that will go and like they'll drop and you'll experience no gravity. They'll like drop a little bit and you'll experience.
Oh gravity, yeah, no. I mean, I never have, but
have you seen like seen the videos and stuff like that? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, but at the same time, zero gravity seems spooky to me. I like my gravity to have at least one. You know.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the same thing about zero gravity and the ocean and just water in general. I feel like I'm at my best when I'm on land.
No, 100%. 100%. Like, I can swim better than I can read, honestly. But, the ocean, spooky. How do you guys feel about the ocean? Like, because in my mind, we're always talking about space this, space that, but we still don't even know all that shit about the ocean. Like, it's already here. It's right here. And we're just not peeping it.
I mean, we are, but, like, sometimes we just gotta be like, well, you got that ocean because, like, we know about the abysses and shit that just have unidentified creatures we haven't even.
Yeah, but those are the creatures that I'm interested in, but more or less worried about.
You trying to go down there and find out?
I mean, I don't have the qualifications for that. That is something you do have to have qualifications for, actually.
Imagine water aliens, bro. They'll just, like, come out of the fucking ocean one day.
How are we going to know, though? We got to find them, you know?
I'm scared of the deep end of the pool. I'm not going no ocean to find out. What are you talking about?
That's another thing, though. Like, you can be just so far on the ocean that you don't see anything but the ocean.
That's terrifying.
That's fucking terrifying to me. Like, I couldn't imagine being stranded on the ocean and it's just, like, fucking more ocean every time I look around.
You know how, like, the Cubans be swimming from Cuba to Miami? That's wild, isn't it? What was it, 70 miles or something like that? 70 to 100 miles?
Hey, dude, there's little paddle boats, you know?
Man, that's wild.
I'll check the distance.
Do you think there's aliens at the bottom of the ocean?
Well, yeah, because the semantics of the word alien. There's definitely things we don't know exist that are down there.
And this is a requested topic from one of the boys. We got to talk about the pyramids.
Them Johns are big as fuck. Like, I know the ocean's big. But they're not that big, but they're big as fuck. And they're spooky, too. I
think it's, like, mind-boggling. Like, people see the pyramids in pictures, but they cannot really fathom. Unless you see it in person. I haven't seen it in person. I would love to go and visit. Actually, I don't know how I feel about Egypt. Because they are really strict, and I'm not trying to get, you know what I'm saying? But
dude, I definitely do want to go see the pyramids.
That would be amazing. Just
like any megalithic structure is fucking, in my mind, is just unfathomable. Like, I have to see it with my own eyeballs.
Need that pyramid.
Yeah, seriously, yo.
I would like to see that in person because I just can't comprehend.
You'll never see anything bigger. Like, it's fucking.
Who do you think made them?
Not us. At least not single-handedly.
But with assistance. Definitely turn on.
Yeah, not single-handedly.
We definitely input some Konami cheat codes and then some aliens.
Dude, yeah, they just went into fucking creative mode real quick.
Do you guys think they were made like 4,000 or 5,000 years ago?
It's definitely... Because they're definitely older than what they think they are.
Even though, you know, the Who's, they be trying to claim that shit, saying they did that.
Listen.
I mean,
if you need good slaves, chances? If you need good slaves, calling up one or two races, most likely, all right?
I don't even know how much
one of three. The first pick in the slave draft.
How much manpower would you really need to build something of that caliber?
We couldn't build it apparently, you know, as fast as they did back then. Now, with the technology that we have, because it's not just the fucking structure itself at the outside. There's like shit inside, like passageways and things. You know what I mean? Like, there's shit inside of it too.
Well, just because like how it's set up. And people think there's 4 sides of the pyramid. There's multiple. There's more than 4 sides of that pyramid. That's like set up so perfectly that from above you can see like there's more than 4 sides. but like from the ground, you're only going to see that 4 pyramid. It's going to look like a pyramid. Each one of those bricks was carried over miles and miles away, like 20 miles away, 20 kilometers or something, right? So carrying one of those, just imagine the manpower and doing that over and over. If we're thinking of if they have the primitive technology that we think they had, it would take thousands upon thousands of years to do that.
They weren't built Ford tough. You know what I mean? They couldn't just. They were using camels and shit. I don't know. Actually, I don't think it was single-handedly humans.
I think
there's just too much shit. They're like the metrics of it are weird. Like it's like the same ratio as the Earth or some shit like that. I don't know exactly. Yeah, dude, crazy shit. And it's like it's mathematically cute too. Like
they were within like centimeters of the circumference of the Earth.
Yeah. Like no.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
They might have been like built upon an existing structure beforehand that might have been unearthed by like natural causes. You know what I mean? I've read about they use some sort of technology to scan over Amazon rainforest, and what they found underneath of it was like a bunch of buried civilizations and structures. I think that would be the only plausible way humans could have done something like the pyramids. They already found like half of this pyramid, like built the nitty gritty has already been established. You just need to lay bricks onto it. Maybe at that point it would have been.
But
possible.
It's not just bricks. It's not like they're not just regular bricks. These are massive fucking blocks of stone. Like Kev said, that were
limestone
that were transported from a distance.
I think we're so close-minded, or we can't see so far. We can't even fathom like another like life form of humans before our time, before 4,000, 5,000 years. We can't even like fathom that. Like, oh, maybe there was another life form of like humans, because the Earth is billions of years old. So maybe before us, because this is all recent. This is where
we're
humans as we know is only a blip,
a cunt hair, if you would, on the timeline.
Yeah, it's only a cunt hair. So it's hard to fuck Zach. It's hard to imagine that before there wasn't another cunt hair. You know,
no,
a billion years before, that's way more advanced.
We were definitely, yeah. I feel like there's odds are high that there was another advanced civilization in some fashion well before we thought there was. Because it's just like, there's too many. I would like to do more research into this because I'm just pulling facts out of my brain from a while ago about all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, actually do some research and then talk about this topic.
We'll have a conspiracy episode.
Dude, 100%. The X-Files.
You guys remember that shit where they were like, yo, let's all collectively raid Area 51. Why don't we just do that for the period, bro? Like, I get some Indiana Jones shit might happen, man, but like, imagine the monumental achievement we would have made if we found some shit in the pyramids as a result of a raid.
But like, I feel like there's nothing in there that a bunch of fucking Facebook group strangers are going to be able to find out that people that are studying this shit for their whole lives, that are using shit that people study from their whole entire lives, you know what I mean?
Well, you're not allowed to really study it, though. You're not allowed to, like, a lot of people aren't, it's actually illegal to go there and, like, take, like, the stone and, like, examine where that stone came from or what time period that stone came from or stuff like that, or really look into, like, to really date the pyramids. Like, they don't allow that. It's illegal.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, that's why there's so many conspiracies, and it just only adds on to it. So maybe we should just rush that. You're right. We're gonna rush the pyramid,
like Monster Hunter shit. Just, allegedly, just get a raid lobby and just go in there.
GTA heist.
Bring the armored Kuruma. That's how we solve any issue. How hasn't the pyramids collapsed?
Because they're structurally sound. And I feel like they probably do repairs on them as needed. If need be, but I feel like, I don't think, like I said, that they were really made in the fashion that is told.
Mm.
So I feel like, there's something there that we're missing.
I feel like there had to be a civilization before us, way more advanced than us.
Yeah.
I don't know what could have caused them.
Not necessarily even like way more advanced, but just different technology.
Our physics, what if they had a whole different set of like physics? What if they have like, they transferred, instead of using like crude oil or whatever, and oil and stuff like that, they use light or air or water and really, honed in on that and broke it down in a whole different way that we can't even fathom.
Wow. Or like fucking using sound. Because sound gets weird too.
What do you mean by that?
Sound is weird. Like vibrations. There's a whole thing about, people believe that it's all about the vibes. And that fucking different things have different, like they vibrate at certain frequencies. And, they think that you could possibly do some shit if you like were able to match that frequency in some fashion or find that frequency, and match it. Because everything is moving constantly. But like just different shit moves different ways.
Imagine if you could somehow harness like the speed of light.
No, you'd be the most powerful human being ever.
No, not even just that, like the Flash. I'm not even talking about that.
No. I mean, just with that technology, you'd be the most powerful human being to ever exist ever. Because you can do a lot of weird shit when you're going that fast. It's impossible for us to go that fast. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Man, you don't have to embody it. Shit gets weird. Time gets weird. Reality gets weird, probably.
Oh yeah, time would be
weird, bro.
An instant would be
like
feel like a lifetime.
Be weird. That's like shit's not supposed to move that fast, but light.
Anything else on? Actually, no. We're gonna revisit this topic. We're gonna revisit that because I really want to get into that. I want to find. We're gonna uncover all the mysteries on the pyramid after we rush it.
Need that conspiracy solved.
Look, this is the entire purpose of the channel. We're actually just trying to get a raid party for the pyramids.
Yeah, we're just gonna start raiding all historical landmarks. See what we can find. They definitely got some shit cooped up in there, some secrets and shit.
Yeah, we should be prepared for every possibility. So like, however small, start on equipping yourself properly. So you can get a gun from the store, get some backpacks, some Kevlar if you want.
We could just 3D print guns.
Oh shit! Yeah. No trace.
Wait, they 3D printed the fucking pyramids. I fucking solved it.
It's possible.
Yo,
that's it right there.
It's a big ass 3D printer, but
shit, send that my way. And just have a big ass pyramid in my backyard. What if the whole universe, everything that we know, as far as we know, is just a 3D print?
Simulation.
You know what I mean?
Simulation. I feel like at that point that just means we're in some sort of simulation. Like, I mean, if we were made from a 3D printer and put in this area to play, what would you call that?
Someone's like a little ant hill or one of those.
Which is just simulated life for ants, right?
Jesus.
Jeff Bezos went up to space for 15 minutes just to check out. Is there a top to this snow globe? All right. He came back down. He's like, no, we're all good. We're all good.
What if he came down and said, the earth is flat?
No, I wouldn't believe Jeff Bezos.
Kyrie was right.
No. Bad opinion, Kyrie.
It could be possible if the pyramids was once immersed in water. Ocean, like body of water.
I mean, it makes sense because the earth goes through like heating and warming cycles. So since technically we're in the ice age at the moment, it wouldn't be hard to believe that the water would rise to that level.
Yeah, there used to be big water in that area, but I don't know if we're talking that much water.
I don't know.
But I also
I'm just
don't
throwing
know.
shit at the wall right now and seeing what sticks. I have no fucking clue.
And who knows what this shit looked like, you know. What if humans been here? What if someone else just made the shit? And just like fucking, we just found it, stumbled across it.
No, they were stopping by and they had their kids just playing in the sand. And that's what it was. That's what happened. And that's how the pyramids were made. And they left it there.
It grew like one of them fucking foam toys you throw in the water and shit, and it grows into a bigger dinosaur. Also, we kind of balanced out chimpanzee. They were a little bit too strong in the shit throwing category, so we nerfed them about like 5% in that. That was Earth patch like 1.3.
Well, for the simulation.
These chimps are ripping off faces, man. They're ripping off faces. Was that a chimp? You said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with wild animals. If it's not a dog or cat, I'm cool on it. I don't fuck with people when people have fucking like mice. I'm cool with snakes more than I am with like fucking mice and shit. Even I don't fuck with gerbils either.
Hamsters,
ferrets. I got bit by a ferret one time.
I had a ferret.
Oh, I wonder which ferret. Yes, I did. Yeah. Yes, I did.
You wouldn't date a woman and shit that had like a pet tarantula? Be like,
I wouldn't have an issue.
Ain't he cute?
How many colors is her hair?
It's an e-girl and shit. It's your perfect.
Easy.
It's your dream girl,
I'll
bro.
Deal with
except
it.
she
I'll
has
deal
a
with
pet
it.
tarantula.
No, like honestly though, in my mind, tarantulas are more fucking domesticated than goddamn. What were we talking about? Animal or fucking chimpanzees or yeah, like. So I guess some Chinese dude, some Chinese inventor, he made a remote kissing device that lets long distance lovers share a kiss.
Chinese or Japanese?
It says Chinese.
You really have to drill down, understand if it was Chinese or Japanese, because that changes the intention.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Well, as soon as I saw it, my mind went straight to just like, does it give neck? Does it have neck capabilities? You know?
That's what do you have an image? Do you know what this looks like?
Oh, yeah.
Does it look like a mouth or like a face?
Does it look like? I thought about putting my dick in it when I first saw it. Do you think it looks like, yes, it looks like a mouth?
Hey, yeah.
Yes, it looks like a mouth.
Nah.
Oh, he knew what he was doing.
Nah.
And it's silicone. But that's what I mean. Like, is there neck capabilities? Like, can it?
Because imagine.
Can it toss that gawk?
It's supposed to simulate someone else's mouth, right?
It says remote kissing device. So does that mean like this person can be away kissing it at the same time you are, and it's like, you know what I mean? How does it, like, where does it start from? Where does the kissing thing start from? You know what I mean? Well, because it's not just, it can't just be a pair of lips.
Because is it simulating someone else's lips?
I think so. I didn't read into the article, unfortunately, but.
So I'm guessing. Well, I'm gonna make up an article then. I'm gonna say it's probably someone's gonna have something on it, like sensor on their lips. Yeah. What if they're not even trying to tongue kiss no more? They're really like you said.
Is there tongue action though? Because if there's tongue action, I know ASAP. What's going on?
Hey,
like, is that just closed? Like, is the mouth closed permanently, or can it open? Because
I'm not sure. There looks like.
Because imagine if it could open, right? And then you're just like, you know, I mean, you have this woman like in South Africa or some shit trying to give her man a kiss, and then she's like, "Yo, babe, why is the head rocking back and forth?"
Yeah, like that's what I do have a lot of questions about it that I didn't have when I originally saw it. Because when I originally saw it, I was just like, I wonder if you can stick your dick in that
because it looks like a pocket pussy.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
It reminds me of that Futurama episode where they had this like robot and shit, this like female robot, and like the first I don't know if it was Family Guy. It was a skit in Family Guy where they had this female robot and they were like touting it as the pinnacle of technology. And one of the dudes was like, "But can you fuck it?" Mm-hmm. And the dude was like, "No," and they all left.
I think Futurama played on that too.
Did they? I don't know. It was one of the two. It might have been a
clone or something, some of the sort. I don't remember.
But then, like, Rick and Morty did an episode about fuckable robots and how that could play out.
Are we gonna be fucking robots?
People are already fucking robots.
Detroit Become Human definitely played on that. Like, actually explored that. Is probably going to be a reality. Human horniness does not know any bound.
There's definitely...
If I had to guess anywhere in the world they were doing that, Japan. That's what I would guess. I mean...
Yeah, you can... Oh
yeah.
God, that's fucking scary.
I love Japan.
You want to drop 3 bands, you can get yourself a sex robot.
I love your culture. I love everything about Japan.
Sexdollgenie.com.
We know y'all are going to be the first ones fucking the robots.
And if you use code SDGlove, you get $199 off and an upgraded skeleton with standing feet.
Wait, hold on. What?
I'd imagine that's a different pose for your sex robot.
I'm just imagining like Japan somehow making like a game out of sex robots. So like you do your business and then the robot gives you statistics on like how well you did, like how fertile you are, the sperm count and everything.
It has a leaderboard on it.
Oh my God. Yo! I don't know. That's fucking hilarious to me, dude.
It's sex robot stat keeping. Yeah, it'll be a real thing soon.
So you always know there's somebody out there fucking it better.
Yeah, you gotta strive. Yeah, like who the fuck is this dude maximum capacity up here?
You know, maximum putting in that work.
What do you guys feel about long distance relationships?
No thanks. And I'm not saying like I don't decline to answer your question. And not for me. I'm not good at fucking regular distant relationships as of right now. So
sexual frustration must be fucking real.
Yeah, that's why motherfuckers in China need this new kissing shit. Like, yo, I haven't even touched shorty in years. Now I need this silicone, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi connected fucking set of lips.
That's sad. I can't do that. There's no way I'm kissing a fucking inanimate object in place of my significant other.
It's animate when shorty working them lips, though. You know what I mean?
But if your significant other is from across the country, all you got is them lips. Shit, those lips look thin. Those look some like white ass,
some Chinese lips.
Yeah, they don't got lips either like that.
Yeah.
I remember
working with what they got.
I honestly never viewed lips as like something. I don't particularly look at lips.
I do. I mean, if a girl has some DSLs.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely peep the lips a little bit. Not anything crazy. I mean, it's not going to make or break me, but.
Yeah.
I've definitely,
like Kylie Jenner lips?
No. That's just the way. That's just plastic.
I prefer natural, the al natural, but
I kiss bottom's lip, and that's mainly because I like my snow buddies, and there's usually a lackage of
some plumpness there. Yeah.
So
I've definitely had some thin lip situations.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just kissing them. If I kiss top lip, I'm kissing the space between your nose and your mouth.
Yeah. Like,
I
don't even care about the top lip. As long as you have a big middle bottom lip,
plump bottom lip.
Yeah.
The fuck you talking about? I kiss like in that one Last of Us scene where that fucking zombie walks up to the person and just.
Yeah,
that's how I kiss.
Yo, straight. I couldn't imagine getting bit in the face like that.
I mean, there was a show where someone got bit on their face right here, ripped a chunk right out of their cheek. Ugh. Oh my God, I forgot what show that was. I think it was definitely a zombie show, but took a chunk right out their cheek.
Like, bro, that shit would be so. Oh my God.
I forgot what the movie was called, dude, but I was fucking baked one time, And my homie was like, let's watch a horror movie. And now I'm not typically the person to watch a horror movie when I'm in that inebriated state. I'm typically thinking too much about life and how great it is and how great we're like kind of relatively peaceful and neutral. And then I just see a movie like that. I'm like, oh my fucking, I'm like horrified, to be honest. Like, I think the opening scene of this movie was this like berserker zombie looking dude when the outbreak happens in the movie. And then he just takes his soldier and rips his bottom jaw off. I just got shook right there. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I think that movie had Batista in it.
I was a fan of The Animal back in the day. Nice little Batista bomb action, you know?
No, his intro went crazy.
Yeah.
They went all out for his intro. That was it.
He went all out for his intro. Yeah. Man, he's about to have a fucking brain aneurysm out there. Yeah, yo.
It's called Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, wait, I did see that. You
remember the scene I'm talking about?
No idea.
Yeah, it was the open. It was like when the outbreak actually just first happened. It was like in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, the fucking zombie ripped dude's bottom jaw off. I was like, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
It's probably not like a terribly quick death either. Like, you're just going to bleed out in agonizing pain.
That's horrible. It's honestly horrible.
You're just hoping at that point that something comes through to expedite process.
If I was that person in that situation, I would have been like, yo, just fucking kill me. Like, smash my head.
Back from that. Like, if that happened to Little Shorty, then you have no bottom lip to kiss after that.
Shit, man, I'd be sick about it. Give me the freaking machine. Give me the Chinese kissing machine.
You really would have to resort to the Last of Us method.
Yeah. All top jaw.
Oh my. Was his tongue hanging out the bottom?
I think so. It was something gruesome.
Oh my God.
Yeah, his tongue was definitely just flopping.
Hey. Think the head was crazy, though?
It wasn't crazy, but in a different fashion.
I feel like there's more orifices, I feel like, at that point. You know, you got some more exploratory room, if you would.
You have nothing but room.
Yeah, exactly.
You have nothing but room.
You don't have, never mind.
I can see it in his face. He's definitely trying to picture it, just how it would work out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because your tongue's connected to, like,
like your throat or something. If your bottom jaw is gone, you're not necessarily losing your tongue, you know? Like, if you just took out the whole bottom jaw area.
Oh, yeah, because it's only, like, ligaments really hanging, holding it together.
Yeah, and bone. Now, will you lose control of your tongue? I don't know. Probably, maybe. If there's no damage to the throat, muscular area.
I think there's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think...
I think you're here.
I don't think if you're getting your fucking bottom jaw ripped off, there's going to be too much surgical precision with that, you know?
Really takes a new meaning to fucking up them jaws.
That does.
At least no lockjaw.
Yeah, at least there's no lockjaw.
No lockjaw.
Is it still a jaw at that point, though? Like, is the jaw, I feel like, is it the whole...
That's unlocked.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the... it's the whole thing, right?
Like, I thought it was a top and bottom. I guess I might be wrong in my...
I don't... But I'm more saying, I guess, like, is it... Like, do you have to have the pair for it to be a jaw? You know what I mean? Like, is it just something else? If it's you just got the top or just the bottom? I don't know. I don't know how you run it, you know?
What are you talking about, top jaw? You only have the... It's only this. This is your jaw.
Yeah, my bad. My bad, listeners.
I thought
for the little mix-up there.
Listen, anatomy is not my specialty, all right?
Yeah, I talk on a podcast. I'm not no doctor.
I'm a doctor. Certified.
Doctor, fuck them jaws.
Doctor, uncertified. I told this girl that, hey, she's actually in school to be a nurse. So, I told her, hey, I know you're getting a lot of training, doing all this stuff, but I'm an uncertified doctor. So anything I say, probably close. And if it's a little off, I'll eye it.
I mean, it's just medicine, you know?
How hard could it be?
Exactly. I need a 1,000 cc's stat.
If you're a family doctor, you're a receptionist. You're a receptionist. If you're a family doctor, How many times you been to the family doctor and they send you somewhere else?
Go to another. Actually, go to another doctor. I know you just came to the doctor, but go to another doctor. I recommend you for this doctor.
Yep.
But I could have just looked. You could have told me on the phone, yo.
Hey, my fucking jaw's gone. Okay, I'm gonna go to the jaw doctor. Not fucking. You're gonna fucking fuck. What are you doing here, man? You're just a glorified receptionist.
Well, they're just like, hey, I'm just here to check if you have a cold or not and see if you have something a little bit more serious. I'm not actually here to solve all your problems.
It really is just the ultimate middleman. It's just like always fucking listen. I can't. You don't need basic medicine or something that I can diagnose here by just looking at you. Go to someone who really, with machines in their office.
I can test your motor capability, see if you can drive, but I can't like actually surgically fix your jaw. I'm sorry.
I can give you extra strong Tylenol.
Yeah, you need some 800 milligram ibuprofen. I can write you a script for it, but outside of that,
shit, you need some Robitussin because I got you. I can write a script on that.
Honestly, Robitussin might fix a completely missing bottom jaw. You just gotta maneuver it in there first.
Just why do we all? I know for a fact we all just picture the bottom.
Yeah.
I could be a family doctor.
I mean, all you have to do is have a fake enough degree. Need that checkup.
Shit.
You need to go to another doctor because I can't help you. Need that medical advice? Well, just go to someone else for medical advice. Actually,
every financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Proceeds to give financial advice every time. Every time.
Like, this is not financial advice, but Spy's about to tank tomorrow.
But I'm not a rapper. I'm not
a financial advisor, though.
This goes up 2% and you're fucked.
So I saw this article about I've been seeing articles here and there about TikTok and potentially it getting banned in the USA. I want to hear your guys' opinions. Do you think TikTok should be banned? What are the lines here?
Listen, you ban TikTok, these kids are gonna fucking riot, yo. It'll be a teenage civil war if they ban TikTok. I personally don't really fucking care. I don't go on TikTok anymore. You know what I mean? I've probably over 100 messages from TikToks sent to me. Yeah. I'm not gonna fucking look at it anytime soon because I don't go on TikTok anymore. But that's my honest opinion about it. But you're gonna have teenagers and people who are way too goddamn old to be on TikTok very upset.
Even when TikToks first popped off and all the boys were getting on, I was like, I not into it, don't like it, not gonna do it. And thank God, because I never got addicted. Because at first, a lot of people were addicted to that shit.
I mean, there's good, there's definitely good entertainment in it, but I don't know, I can't do the whole sitting there for hours on end, fucking
just mindlessly.
Yeah,
just mindlessly.
But, I mean, at the same time, there is definitely good comedy and genuine entertainment and content on there. But
if TikTok did get banned, something else would just replace it. Especially if it gets banned in the US, someone's kind of come up to the market and be like, "Oh, it just got banned. All these kids are fiending for the next TikTok."
That's how it was with Vine too.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a while, and TikTok, but still, I mean, something else would come up. Maybe, but I just don't. I feel it's also hard to reestablish something that's already
ingrained into society.
So the reasoning behind the ban is that it poses a national security threat, and the makers of TikTok are actually a Chinese data mining company that's been collectively and compounding data collected from all these kids and shit that are using TikTok. So they're pretty much just getting a glimpse of everything, like how our culture works, where these kids be posted up at.
They have your clipboard.
Yeah, they pretty much have everything.
You sign away the rights to your clipboard, and they get that data. You know what I mean? Your copy paste, cut shit. They have access to that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But what they're doing is no different than what all these other social media giants are doing. So Kevin was totally right in his point of view that if TikTok gets banned, something else will just replace it. And there already are things that will replace TikTok as soon if it does get banned. as soon as it does get banned. Like YouTube Shorts, fucking Facebook Reels, I think.
I think it might be a sense of like it might be like a form of propaganda, because a lot of the U.S. companies already are, like you said, are already doing this. But once China does it, it's like, oh wait, whoa, we can't be having that. We can't, be having Chinese stuff.
It's more that like we're not making apps for China to get their information and have their data.
Oh, well, it's not that we're not making it for them. They're not allowing it. They're not having that shit.
But
because we're like a free economy, it's kind of tough not to allow China at the table. You know what I'm saying? Especially with how much power they have.
Yeah, you could ban it, but like, shit's just gonna go bad. I'm telling you. Like, there will be civil unrest. And it's so fucking stupid.
If I don't get my e-girls on my fucking feed right now, I swear to God.
Google's for. Like, that's what I mean. I had my TikTok e-girl fix. That's what, I don't have my own platforms.
I feel
you can always go onto Twitch and find an e-girl. Easy.
YouTube is king. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube will be up forever king in any space, in any like content creation space. Of course, they're running it up now. And like, I feel like the algorithm on YouTube is way better than TikTok.
Not from a business standpoint. Is TikTok actually pulling in the numbers right now? Might not be forever. YouTube definitely has that tenure, but from personal experience, I was trying to sell beats because I used to make a lot of music. TikTok is the better platform in that regard. Like, it's so easy to get views there.
It's a different platform. Like, I don't go to YouTube for short shit. Personally, that's why I'm not on TikTok to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't use my TikTok. As far as the shorts thing go for me, like, I'm not a fan of the Instagram, all that. I don't like that. That medium of content doesn't really do it for me too much anymore. Like, I'll check them out occasionally, you know what I mean? But
I feel like TikTok, obviously, it's better for discoverability. Like you said, more people are going to
exposure.
Yeah, a wider range of people are going to be able to see your music, because chances are they're going to be looking for that. They're going to be looking for beats. That's going to be their TikTok algorithm. Once you're in that algorithm, you're going to get a bunch of them.
And you don't have to be pre-established on TikTok to get exposure on TikTok. Like on YouTube, people who are watching on YouTube, most likely, or because you're established, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's way more grinding on YouTube opposed to TikTok for specifically for something like that, like for beat stuff, like for an exposure thing, because fucking TikTok is good at giving you random shit that you're semi-interested in, and then that branches off to people around you. Just how the shit works.
Yeah. So basically, for me, the algorithm on TikTok was attractive because it was very easy to access. You pretty much, if somebody was searching for something specific, the tags made that way easier than on YouTube. You know what I mean? On YouTube, you can search and type beat, but you'll find a bunch of type beats, old and new. But on TikTok, it's curated. It's mostly new stuff on TikTok. Yeah. So and they don't really discriminate between newer and older creators on TikTok. It's not that old of a platform. So what will happen as a result is you'll see a lot of undiscovered shit on the algorithms, which is basically what you guys were saying in that regard. Yeah, I feel like the banning of TikTok would pretty much put a Band-Aid on the real issue. The real issue is, this is equivalent to laissez-faire capitalism, but on the technology space instead.
I do, yeah, but at the same time, I do understand the cause for concern of it. You know what I mean? Because it's not, this business is doing too well, we're going to ban it. It could genuinely be a matter of national security.
Yeah, but Kevin did say said this and that about the propaganda. And I have to agree because, shit, China and USA going to war can pretty much be that's all she wrote for Earth. We're not coming back from that war if that were to ever happen. But I think the U.S. is pretty leveraged in like making sure they don't have a war on their soil, at least, or anything that could fuck up their country.
Almost all of our money ever has gone to the military.
So. We have military bases in almost every country.
Yeah, we spend more on our military than the next like 7 highest fucking people combined. Like it's stupid how much money goes into our military. Which I'm sure a lot of that there's something like we were talking about earlier with the whole fucking, I think writing people money, and just kind of goes to the military, but who the fuck knows where it's really going.
We don't know. I don't remember the exact number, but I think it's like between 150 and 200 military bases around the world.
Yeah, I believe it. We're everywhere. We cause issues fucking places, and then we cause wars, and then we get
cause wars, and then we're like, hey, actually, we're going to keep this land. This piece of land is ours now.
Yeah, it's because
and we're going to have a base here.
We'll fuck with shit. Put someone in power over there somewhere, you know what I mean? Then that's why they're cool with us having bases over there, because we put them in fucking power. They don't really have a choice. Because they say that, and we just turn around and do the same shit to them.
Turn their country to the fucking parking lot.
We'll just do the same shit that we did the first time to you until we get someone who's compliant. Which all just going to be fucking compliant because they did it for you the first time.
We manufacture so many of the world's arms anyways that like making a move on us that would wipe our country out is so not a smart move for you long term. Because if
it's
it's good for China
wiping our country out, quote unquote, that's going to entail you're going to have to nuke us.
Yeah.
And then you're just bringing about mutually assured destruction, which means, like you said, that's just the end of the earth.
Yeah.
As we know, it's just going to be a fucking, a fallout nuclear apocalypse at that point.
If we did see nukes incoming, like on radars and everything, we're letting it rip, right?
Yeah.
There's no way we can.
We're not going out like
that, but at the same time, that's
that nuke when it's launched, it's fucking something up.
Yeah,
it's fucking something up. It might fuck up the waters of
I don't
the
think you can stop a nuke.
Yeah, dude. So at that point, I'm just like, yo,
transit.
No, I feel like you just have to reach it before,
Oh, even middle then, fingers up.
Doesn't matter. Like
fuck y'all.
No matter what, I don't think you can. We don't have the capability to stop a nuclear ballistic missile in midair. So
and that's what matters. Mutually assured destruction. So after we fucking.
If we see that shit,
decimated Japan.
If we see that shit, man, it's bombs away and nobody's having fun.
No, yeah.
That's 100%. We're letting all 187 nukes fly. I guarantee.
We really have 187 nukes.
I don't know. I just threw a number out there.
Well, see, that's probably close. That's low. That low?
That sounds
like it's low.
I mean, that's probably
no. That's not low because each of these nukes have like country destroying capabilities, man. You literally would just blow a crater into the fucking earth.
Well, but realistically, there's shit that's even like nukes. I feel like won't be the first tactic to resort to. Like
it will be the last.
Like there's shit that's out there that we don't even know about. They can kill motherfuckers with sound and shit.
Yeah.
Like so where you're not actually fucking fucking up any of the infrastructure, really.
A sound nuke?
Not a nuke.
You know what I mean?
But basically, yeah.
The level of a nuke with sound.
Just Thanos snapping people away, basically.
Loud ass snap.
Told you, sound gets weird. Moving people from alive to dead.
That's when I hope the aliens would step in and just be like, y'all are tripping. Like, bro, we're out here just exploring Jupiter, Uranus, fucking Pluto even. You guys are out here trying to kill each other. You guys are tripping. You need to chill. That's when I hope they would step in. If we ever got fucking that real and shit. Hopefully. But that's just hopeful thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, the world has to be at the brink of destruction for that to happen, honestly. And even then.
Did I ever talk to you guys about that NBC article?
What?
Where like the former space general of Israel, I think, was like, yo, aliens actually exist. And then the current space general was like, yo, wait, he's out of line for saying this, but he's not wrong either. And this former space general was like, yeah, and Donald Trump knows about it too.
Yeah, I think I looked a little bit into it, but wait, he said he confirmed aliens, right?
He didn't confirm aliens, but because he has no status to confirm it. But he basically was like, yeah, they exist.
I think we've talked about some stuff like this. The lore is more attractive than the actual thing because, like, now that we know that they exist, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I read into it a little. Like whenever it first happened, I did get a little glimpse into it, and it's just like I'm not. So I've always been on the train of there's definitely aliens somewhere, not necessarily here, but I wouldn't be surprised they're here also. But, you know.
Think they're living among us?
No, that's sus.
Hey.
Evan just vented, that's sus.
So to fact check myself real quick so people don't call me out. Space security chief, my bad, not space general. But basically the headline of this NBC article, by the way, is a galactic federation has been waiting for humans to reach a stage where we will understand what space and spaceships are.
Yeah.
If what I'm seeing is reality, then yeah, they would step in if anything serious between us were to happen.
It's possible. But at the same time, who knows what their intentions are? You know, because it's not shit that we really know anything about. They could just be waiting for us to inevitably fucking get rid of ourselves.
I feel like they could literally just do that. If they could communicate with us and shit.
What's the fun in that, though?
They were like, we can beam you right now. But we want you guys to come see what's up here with us and shit. They'll like hover down.
Why not do it already, though? Like, why not already? You know, what's the wait then? In my mind, I feel like there's something holding back something, which would be the ineptitude of us to fucking keep our toys in the goddamn chest.
Yeah, it would be pretty much be our own stupidity and shit.
Obviously, stuff like that is top secret, but when stuff like that happens or like someone says something like that, I feel like it's a distraction. Oh, look over here. Look at what this dude is saying. Hey, we're running some fucked up politics right here. Some fucked up shit's happening. Meanwhile, we're saying, oh, look at aliens. Look in this hand. There's aliens. Fucked up shit's happening.
This was brushed underneath the rug. I definitely heard nobody talking about this. And if I were to just, without context, just tell somebody or ask somebody, yo, you know aliens exist? They would have looked at me like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you've been smoking too much of that space OG and shit. And I'll be like, no, these guys will really come down and smoke space OG with us.
That shit probably hit.
They'd be like, ooh.
You guys believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
If aliens are real, then I'm open-minded to anything now.
I remember a few years ago, I was on my Ghost Adventures shit. It was me and some friends. We went into this. There's two places in our city that like were super haunted, supposedly haunted. So we went. One was really pretty far away. It was like a 45-minute drive. We weren't trying to go that far, so we went to this other place. We pulled up, and this place is now a parking lot. God damn.
Yeah, super haunted. So haunted, the ghost got rid of the building.
Yeah. It's a ghost building. Can't even see it no more.
Yeah. The whole building is a ghost. I thought you were going to say you pulled up and there was other ghost hunters there.
I want to believe ghosts are real, but I don't think they're real.
I feel like that's kind of the train I'm on. Like, back in the day, you'd ask me, I would have been more enthusiastic about it. Like, yeah. But
I ain't never seen one.
I feel like to some extent, you know what I mean? I feel like there's some truth there, but at the same time.
Yeah, if you're there, show yourself. Actually, don't show yourself. Yeah. You just keep yourself where you are. I'm not trying to deal with that.
Do you think there's a start of when ghosts happen? I mean, you ever hear stories about like, yeah, I saw this ghost caveman. You know what I mean? It's just, this lady from the fucking 1820s was spooking me out.
Yeah, because when you think about it, there's all how much lore is there around ghosts? Like ancient ghosts? Really?
Oh, how ancient?
Let's say, have you ever heard of a ghost?
There's definitely a lot of ghost lore.
Have you ever heard of ghosts before 1500?
I don't know. But that's my point though. Like, when did ghosts start? I mean, like, you know, damn, that ghost is from year one. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see that shit. Look at this BC ghost over here.
And why is there a ghost from 1800, but they're in this one spot that thousands of people died, but there's only one ghost from 1800? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Shit just ain't adding up. Shit ain't just...
I would like to think the only possible argument for ghosts being real is the fact matter can't be created or destroyed. That's the only argument that could be considered valid. Other than that, I mean, like, shit. I believe in reincarnation, so either way, like, if there were ghosts, probably isn't like many, unless like they did some heinous shit and they're just stuck there in purgatory and they're just like, this is where I'm at now. Like, I'm just a spectator in this life and not even in the physical realm.
Yeah, and I occasionally phase in and out of your reality, but maybe only sometimes. And anytime that happens, I just scare the shit out of people.
Like, ghosts are permanent cucks in that regard because they're watching somebody like clap cheeks and they're like, damn.
Yeah, they really are life cucks. They're just watching everyone else live life. And they're just like, damn, I'd love to do that too, but it's so much better to watch you, I guess.
They're not all cucks. Have you heard of like a succubus?
Who's sucking who?
Succubus. Hey,
he was interested.
I'm trying to get a succubus to suck on this. You know what I'm saying? But a succubus, like, they'll come in and like they'll have their way with you. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, yeah.
I mean, how many colors is her hair?
Yeah.
That's what I'm just trying to get e-girl ghost status, you know? I'd love to be haunted by an ooh-ass ghost, you know?
Ooh.
Hear that shit, succubuses? This man will literally die for the pussy. For the e-girl pussy, though, you have to cosplay.
As long as we're together in the afterlife, you know? You just needed a ghost simp, that's all.
Is Belle Delphine, is that an e-girl?
Yeah. She's like the e-girl of e-girls. E-girl Jesus.
What's the other e-girl that blew up on TikTok a few years ago?
Zach?
I'm not sure who you're referring to.
How could you?
Oh, the chick that cheated on her husband with Tyga. And
Bella
her husband,
Poarch.
Yeah, Bella Poarch. Yo, her husband came up on that though. Not gonna cut. Hey, I mean, you lost your girl. You lost your e-girl. One of the baddest e-girls in the world. Honestly, not even worth. Never mind.
That's an L. Yeah, I'm sitting there just contemplating like, no, I don't want to. No. That's a lot to trade for. I'm already tired.
Shit. I
already said I'll go apparition for this shit. You know what I mean?
Anyone got anything else?
Should kids be kicked out of the crib by age 18 or 21?
That's a really Western way of thinking. Because I know a lot of in Asia and Europe and honestly anywhere but America, it's a more family oriented and like once you are married, you don't move out until you're married. So you know what I mean? A lot of times, if you're a woman, you're gonna be going to that other family. That's how it's gonna be, and you're gonna build from there. But it's usually not. Yeah, it's not frowned upon. It's not looked in a way if you're not. I don't know if you're still living with your parents in other cultures. It's a very Western way of thinking.
Yeah, I think that's very case dependent. I feel that's kind of a cop-out answer. At the same time, you know, some motherfuckers need to get out of the house when they're 18. Some motherfuckers need to get out before they're 18. You know, still living situations are different and things. But I don't know. I mean, and it also depends on, like, are you just with your parents to stack up your bread and then dip? You know what I mean? Or are you just fucking kind of mooching off them? Because it's different. And also, not all parents want their kids out of the house at all.
It really depends on the parenting, on like how much you set up your kid. If you're preparing your kid to leave at 18 throughout their childhood and actually giving them a good shot to leave, then that's different than just, oh, here's a world. We gave you just enough. Here's a world. You're probably going to be shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Like that's different.
Just kind of toss them out to the wolves without any preparation.
Yeah. It really, like you said, it is case dependent. I don't know, but I would want to say it's really all on the parents. It's 100% on the parents.
I guess I could agree with that. My personal situation doesn't allow me to leave the house right at this moment. There's a lot of things I do have to take care of. Not going to get too deep into it, but there are reasons why I have to stay at my parents' crib. But generally speaking, I'm against it because I think it comes from the fact that kids are going to college around that age, right? So they're already probably going to live in dorm on campus. So they're already going to get a taste of real life and shit. And they always have the backup of going back if they ever need to. I think a lot of parents could agree that if their kid is struggling through college and, there's some bad shit happens and they're like, okay, well, just come back for a couple of years or so and just get yourself right. And you can head back out there. But I have heard of some stories where people will just kick their kids out and be like, fuck it.
And that's because parenting wise, I think that's just shitty parenting. You know what I mean? Because you haven't built a healthy household for. I just get my fucking voice back?
Yeah, that was wild.
What the fuck?
I was like, what the hell just happened?
Anyways. Whoa.
Yeah, it went from hanging on by a thread.
Okay, we're back. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, my bad. Just fucking...
Just literally just slapped yourself in the face with a...
Spawn my voice back real quick. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, just because you haven't built a healthy household or, space for you and your child to live together. You know what I mean? And for whatever reason that happened, but I blame that on the parenting. Just for your kid to not even have the option, I mean, you don't want your kid there at all, then that's,
Yeah, that's a reflection on the parent. Yeah, that means you're definitely doing something wrong as a parent.
And in that aspect, I think it's very wrong. Like I said, just tossing someone out there with no preparation at all. It's like if someone was like, hey, Brian, you're fucking on the starting lineup for the Warriors tonight. Like, bro, I'm not ready for this shit. What do you mean? I need training and,
I'm shooting the blood out that
motherfucker. Me that check, though, man, I don't care. I'll airball all night if they're giving me that check.
Yeah, but that's the thing. In this aspect, you're just paying them money. You have to,
I will be the Kobe of airballing, bro. You'll see airballs that have not been done in the NBA before. I'll straight airball it to the crowd and shit.
Blood out that motherfucker. Yeah, that's really wild, though. I did just fucking... Just caught my voice back real quick.
Yeah, you were hanging on by a thread. And I was like, damn, I'm going to have to turn this shit up. I'm going to have to keep turning this shit up.
Yeah, we're back. Been a couple days. Since Sunday. And this is Tuesday. That's a couple days.
That's a couple.
All right, there we go. Much better. Got my voice back, fix my posture, you know what I mean? We're back at it. Like we never left. Oh, it feels so good. I didn't feel like myself.
Feel like a whole new person.
Right literally. Yeah. All right, let's go. 3 more hours.
Welcome to the podcast.
That's what I was thinking in my mind. Just reintroduce. From my experience in Asian culture, that wouldn't fly with most families because they believe in building the house through generations and generations of family members.
For the kids to take care of the parents when that time comes as well. More than here, they're not shipping them off to fucking nursing homes and stuff.
Yeah, that's actually a really scary thought. Don't put me in a retirement home.
That's I was talking to this girl and I was saying in a Western culture, in the family tree, the money will go from the parents to the kids to so on.
Yeah.
But in Asian households, the money's not going to be circulated up. It's not going to be invested into the next generation. It's not going to be building. It's not going to be compounding. It's always going to be that innate drive to help your family, help your elders, help give back to them more than anything else. But in Western culture, you don't see that. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see, I just bought my mom a house. I just this and that. But it's different for Asian cultures, especially Asian immigrants, or just immigrants in general, where it's that family is that foundation. Family is everything, and you don't get that a lot in America. Obviously, family is important. It's very important in America, but it's not to the extent where family is all you have.
Yeah, it's not usually like same household either. You know what I mean? It's usually split up. Like you got to go visit your parents or grandparents, or you know what I mean, or whatever. Where I feel like
facts.
Asian culture is more normalized or whatever for multiple generations to be in one house.
I guess wealth is just viewed differently because for FOP and FOB parents coming into like America, they have to pretty much pave the way for their future kids at that moment. You know what I mean? That's why you'll see a lot of male technicians that are Vietnamese, for instance, because they were paving the way for their kids to then go to college and try to find a job of higher status, I would assume. From then on there, they would be made in America and pretty much anywhere else they would go.
Yeah.
So I just have to respect the previous generation of my, or I guess, and I don't know why I'm using such fancy words for it, but just my parents for really giving me this opportunity in America, because this is the one place you can go to build your wealth.
Yeah,
you can transfer this anywhere else in the world.
We stand on the shoulders of giants,
I like to say this just because, Brian, I feel like I'm pretty sure I said this to you before, but we're the first generation that was born in America in our family.
Yeah.
So there's an immense pressure to not waste our lives, but to really build and really take advantage of everything we can. But I think we build that pressure on ourselves. But meanwhile, our upbringing is more so stay quiet, don't make noise, don't bring attention to yourself. It's really that quiet mindset. And that's a really Asian way of thinking, because especially in America, the loudest, I would say, is always rewarded, or the attention is always rewarded. Stuff like that, the glamour, everything is always going to be rewarded. So it's really contradicting on how we were raised and the pressure that we put on ourselves.
I'm glad you said that, because have you ever read the book Quiet?
No, I have not.
So Quiet is pretty much about how introverts are stacked against the odds in America, which is primarily extroverted culture. So what you're talking about, how loud and glamorous is rewarded, is because that's literally how the capitalist system in America is set up. They set up so that these, these active extroverts, go-doers, overachievers are more rewarded because they're generally seem to be more confident, more outgoing, more exuberant, and friendlier, more social, which is traits that are valued in American work culture as a result. But there's literally a whole section in that book about how Asians are raised to be a little bit more quiet. How despite all of this, though, you'll see a lot of prestigious schools hiring these or recruiting these Asian kids that are seemingly quiet, because they understand that their work culture is second to none because of that specific quiet trait. It's a really interesting read. It's one of the reads that definitely changed my life. It made me realize it's not so bad to be an introvert.
That's why I say I wouldn't call myself a participant in life, but an observer. Zach, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I can only give partial, because there is some specific things that really only apply to you guys, you know what I mean? In the sense of like the whole, your parents, you know what I mean? Sort of thing, just the culture, you know what I mean?
But you grew up in the Western culture, you know? So,
and I'm an introvert though, you know what I mean? Like, so I can relate with that. But I don't think I was necessarily raised that way or not raised that way. You know what I mean? It's just how I am. But I definitely feel the not being a participant but an observer. I feel like you don't always need to say something. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people in Western culture, they feel like the silence in a room is not okay. You know what I mean? There always has to be noise and stuff. I'm very much against that. You know, you don't always have to say something. Sometimes you just need to take in life. You're constantly, blurting shit out. But how much are you really taking in?
Yeah, so there was this one particular section in the book how they were like, or I was reading an example, a scenario in which like the people who speak up during a debate first are usually the people that are that everybody is regarding their opinion or valuing their opinion. Whereas the quiet person who took time to collect their opinion, to collect their thoughts, to observe what was going on and to like really give an efficient answer, he might be right, but nobody's going to listen to him because he wasn't the first one and he wasn't the most outgoing one in that scenario.
Yeah, and that's definitely a thing that's like, like you guys said, valued in this culture is being the first or the loudest or a combination of the two. I feel like it's not necessarily rewarded, but it just ups your chances of being rewarded.
Like you're the first to the market. And like in a business standpoint, being the first to the market is everything a lot of times.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing people see when they go in, you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like a recency bias sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, fuck, this guy's at least loud. He can control that attention or, have that attention focused on, that individual. Whereas, the quiet person, like you said, they might be right. But unless you really
hammered in or
like you got to be really right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's just because like it's valued here more because that's the culture. It's big, loud lights and everything,
I find power in that. I find power in just like being a little silent at the moment and shit. Collecting your thoughts is definitely a powerful trait because in negotiations, you can't just, you can't just keep spitballing or being loud. If you're trying to negotiate someone down from doing something dangerous and shit, you have to know how to use your speech to your advantage. And sometimes that means being silent. So even giving a couple seconds of silence before responding to somebody can make them they can fill them, it can fill them with unease. It can fill them with uncertainty, like, oh, what is he thinking? Like, oh, am I saying something wrong? And shit. It's because of that, like, need to constantly generate noise. Not in the, like, I don't mean that in a negative connotation, but extroverts... No, but
just like in the way that conversation sort of naturally happens here. Like you said, they reflect on themselves in that moment, like, am I doing something wrong here? But you're just trying to take your angle on it.
Yeah. So, like, silence can be power. It absolutely is power at times, and I think there is a place for both introverts and extroverts.
Yeah, there's definitely pros and cons of both.
Yeah, the book is a great read, man. Like, I honestly didn't expect much to come from it. I was just like, oh, it's a book about being quiet. I read this term online called SPAM. I think it's an acronym for Shy Passive Asian Male. I definitely do identify with that category. So I was thinking about it. I'm like, why exactly am I so like passive? And it wasn't because like I was just lacking something that other people had. It was just because I work in a different way. My mind works in a different way. I understand where Kevin is coming from when he says he's an observer of life. As I feel like we should all be observers of life too, and learn to participate when the moment is right.
Yeah, well, I don't think he was saying that I was subsequently agreeing with. Like, we don't partake in anything, but it's observation first rather than participation first. You gotta know your surroundings and things first. I mean, see how other people are doing and how they're reacting. It's a different way of taking in life rather than just being the first one.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with what he said either. I don't even want to downplay what he said because it's just my mind doesn't work like an extrovert would. You know what I mean? Like I'm not out there. My social battery gets drained talking to people.
Mm.
But I found, or at least that's what I thought, and then I found that it doesn't really get drained. It's just a matter of how I'm viewing these situations I'm in, or these social situations I'm in. So I do consider myself an extrovert or an introvert, but there are some extroverted qualities of me that I can't deny either. My social battery doesn't get drained, for instance. It's just more or less I'm reserved. I'm the guy in the debate just thinking about what everyone's saying and then creating a counter argument to that.
No.
That's how it's always been for me, at least. So,
yeah, and I personally, I feel like that's kind of how we all are, which is why it's this medium of media, if you would, is like odd for us in a sense, just because none of us are used to being the center of attention. I personally do not like being the center of attention. I don't like drawing attention towards myself, but yet here we are, all of us, fucking chit-chatting it up.
This doesn't feel like the center of attention. It's really interesting that, because a lot of times when we'll bring something up, just like you said, how what I said runs along the lines of that book, Quiet. Is that the name of the book, Quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that happens very often in these podcasts where like we'll say something and you'll be like, oh, that's in this book. I think we can attest that to observing. Just maybe we're not crazy. Maybe we are onto something when we're observing this, and then someone else is observing this and translating it through their writing. But this is something that we've witnessed our whole lives, making that connection. And I think I've been thinking about this more and more, especially this week, about that, how being brought up affects my behavior. It's just interesting to see how much that translates and how often other people are going through that too.
Yeah, so how I feel about that is, yeah, we learn from a young age. We definitely learn mannerisms from, ideally, our mom and our dad. First and foremost, we look to them to pretty much understand how we should conduct ourselves, how we should compose ourselves, and our behaviors. Should we emulate these things or not? And it's not always clear when you're a kid because you don't know what's right or wrong as a kid. You don't have that time under your belt yet to understand. It's only when you are older and you reflect on some of the things that you may have done in the past that may not have been optimal. For instance, like smoking has been an issue for me, as I'm sure you could probably attest to too. I learned that from my dad. I'm going to be honest, that I'm not going to blame him for it. I'm just like, when I saw how to deal with stress as a kid, I looked up to him, and that's how he dealt with it. Many things you learn from your parents, and my parents were never like the outgoing type. Mm-hmm. They were both quiet. They were both introverts, I should say. So, yeah, I guess I would naturally be an introvert as a result. But despite that, I've been dealt the cards, and I can choose to just sit there and be like, this is a shit hand, or I could be like, fuck it, I'm a poker face the shit out of this.
Yeah, play with what you got.
Yeah. A lot of these things we do learn from our parents first and foremost. So, like, I think your natural temperament could be, like, determined by, like, birth or your very early years as a toddler or an infant. But beyond that, it's mostly the mannerisms of who you look up to that determine, like, what encodes or what is encoded into your brain.
Anyone got anything else?
No.
Yeah. All right. That was Need That Podcast.
Tax season. Get your taxes done.
That was Need That Podcast. Kevin Q, Zach Brown, Brian Tran. Get your taxes done.